investments. Now, here's Joe Weil.
A little morning baseball for the American League's top wild card team. And the red-hot Boston Red Sox, they go for the sweep today against the Houston Astros at Fenway Park. From the Ford Clubhouse Fenway studio here in Boston, Massachusetts, at Fenway Park, I'm Joe Weil, and this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't get a chance to say this too often along the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox radio network. But good morning. And Boston has won 4 in a row in 6 of their last 7 games. They're 19-7 over their last 26 games. And because of their win yesterday and the Yankees' loss to the Marlins, the Sox are now in sole possession of the American League's top wildcard spot at 61-51. And this is the first time this season they've been 10 games over 500. So good vibes all around for this club as they go for the sweep here against the Astros. Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo, they have the call once again today. First pitch coming up at 11:35 a.m. And first pitch is brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. And Houston, they have a slightly better record coming into this one at 62-49. But the Sox won on Friday thanks to Roman Anthony's first walk-off hit. And then yesterday, it was on the back of the right-handed bats in the Sox bullpen. And Boston found themselves in a 2-0 hole after the top of the first inning. But Romy Gonzalez, as he's been so often this season, was tremendously locked in on the first pitch he saw from Colton Gordon.
Bench pressing and beaching himself. The Romy drives one high and deep into left field. Is it high enough? It is over the red line. That should be a homer. They'll look at this one. Romy's into second base. I thought Lenny for sure that got over the line for a blast.
Keep going. Just keep running. Don't stop. Keep going. You got to look at that. That's over the line.
It'll be a crew chief review. That's just a blatant miss there. It's not easy, but I thought obviously that was over the line and off the ledge. It was. That's going to be a home run. Romy, my homie, a leadoff homer in the bottom of the first.
And Romy Wills Homie became the 10th Red Sox all-time to hit a first-inning leadoff homer on the first pitch, and the 4th to do so as their first career leadoff home run. So the Sox right back into it after the home run from Gonzalez. That made it 2-1. In the 3rd inning, Romy hit a ground rule double to lead off the frame, and then 3 batters later, his buddy Rob Refsnyder, another right-handed masher against lefties, did his part to tie the game.
Here's the pitch. Rob swings and lines one down the right field line. It's got a chance to get down. It will. That's going to tie the game. Romy comes home to score. Kind of a sawed-off half swing for Refsnyder. A fillet works just fine, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, he didn't hit it all that hard, but he got the job done. So Rob Refsnyder ties it up at 2. And then right after him, Trevor Story, who is heating up right now, he stepped to the plate. And here was the play of yesterday's game, brought to you by Nissan. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
These takes from Story mean he's about to go off. 2-1 is swung on, driven high and deep into left field. Good things follow indeed. Lands down for Trevor. A 2-run bomb, and it's 4-2 Red Sox.
Another Trevor Story home run and another great prediction from the great Will Fleming. So a 2-run shot for Story, and he later pitched in an RBI double in this one. Over his last 4 games, he's 7 for 14 with 3 home runs and 4 doubles, 7 RBIs. He's also mixed in a couple walks and a hit by pitch. So he has been awesome over these last 4 games. But Story wasn't the last Red Sox player to homer in this one. As Colton Gordon found out, you don't mess with the bull because you get the horns.
All right, here's Abraham Toro. Pitch. High drive into deep left field. It is way back, and it is gone. Toro says goodbye. Another 2-run homer, and it is 6-2 Red Sox.
And that ended up being enough for the Red Sox pitching staff. Now, Walker Buehler, he was ineffective again yesterday as he went 4 1/3 innings pitched and allowed 9 hits and 3 runs. He walked 3, didn't strike out any batters. But at the very least, you could say he didn't allow this game to get out of hand and the bullpen was spectacular. Justin Wilson, Steven Matz, Garrett Whitlock, Jordan Hicks, Jorge Alcala, and Aroldis Chapman combined for 4 2/3 scoreless innings. Wilson was the winner in this one. Chapman got the save. It wasn't pretty all around from every single one of those relievers, but in the end, the bullpen collectively did a great job as the Sox ended up winning it 7-3. So 2 wins coming out of the trade deadline for this group. And Trevor Story talked to Will and Lenny last night about how the team has been able to block out the noise.
This place is special, man. When we can, create momentum like that, play good baseball, and we have the best fans in the world, and they show up for us every night. So, but yeah, coming out of the deadline, we added 2 really good pitchers. So we're blocking out all the noise, man. We've kind of heard it all year, especially, early and then big trades, and we're just focused on the guys in the room, man, and we feel like we can get it done.
And because they've been able to do that, the Sox have just been playing great baseball, and they're 4 games back of the Blue Jays for the top spot in the American League East. But as I mentioned before, they are now the top wildcard team in the AL. It's time now to get you today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. And here's the 9 for the Astros today. Jeremy Pena leads things off. He's the shortstop. Jose Altuve, the DH in this one. He bats second. Jesus Sanchez, he's out in right field, batting third. Carlos Correa back at third base today for the Astros. He cleans things up. Christian Walker, he bats fifth. He's at first. Yainer Diaz, the catcher. Taylor Trammell, he's in center field. Mauricio Dubon, former Red Sox farmhand, he's in left. And then Ramon Urias rounds out the 9 as the second baseman. Here's the 9 for the Sox against the left-handed starter Framber Valdez for the Astros. Rob Refsnyder jumped up to the leadoff spot as the DH. Alex Bregman in the 2 spot as the third baseman. Roman Anthony bats third. He's in left. Romy Gonzalez cleans things up at second. Trevor Story batting fifth, the shortstop in this one. Cedar Rafaela bats sixth. He's in center field. Abraham Toro bats seventh. He's at first. Wilyer Abreu in the lineup today, batting eighth in right field. And then it's Connor Wong doing the catching today for Boston with Lucas Giolito on the mound. We'll get more into the pitching matchup in one moment. But as I mentioned before, Abraham Toro hit a homer yesterday. And as his reward, he is the star of today's McFarland Energy 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford, presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. And here is Rob with the Bull.
All right, there's no human being I'd rather be talking to for the 2-Minute Grill at 8 o'clock in the morning than Abraham Toro. Thank you. Congratulations on home run.
Thank you.
And I'm just curious, sort of, you've had such a good year. Romy's had such a good year. As you're going through the trade deadline, we talked about the trade deadline before, but were you anxious because, this was one of the things that were rumored, like what are they going to do at first base and everything else, despite how good you've been? What was your feelings going through it, and what is your feelings now that you've kind of gone on the other side of it?
I don't know, I've been a couple of trade deadline rumors, and I've been traded before, so nothing surprised me. For me, it was I just hope I was still on the team no matter what role what it was, and I'm glad I'm here, and hopefully we can continue to help this team to go to the playoffs.
But the fact is that you have established yourself probably more than ever, right? And so to get that chance to do that on a contending team, you don't know, like you said, you don't know what's going to happen. Was there a sense of relief?
Yeah, it was. Like you said, I didn't know, but for me, I was just hoping to stay on the team no matter what role it was. So I know his room was about first base, and that didn't bother me at all. Just as long as I was on the team, and I'm glad I'm here.
Why do you think what is some of the keys that have allowed you to sustain what you've been doing? We've talked before about your improved defense, how you're picking it left and right. Congratulations. But what are some of the things that has helped you sort of get to August and still been in a good place?
I think for me it's just experience, just being able to move on day to day, good or bad game, and just make some adjustments. It's this pitcher makes constantly adjustment on you, and you got to make an adjustment back, and that's the thing that's been helping me. I think.
How much better are you now than a year ago? I know that's a cliche question, but.
Yeah, it's I don't know how to answer that question, but I would say just more mature mentally.
Confident?
Yeah, confident, you would say so. Just more relaxed, maybe not just put pressure in and just going one at bat at a time.
All right, and the next step is getting on Team Canada.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations with everything. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and Abraham Toro back in the lineup today, batting 7th and playing first base. Here's today's pitching matchup brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. It's Lucas Giolito on the hill, 7-2, 3.80 ERA in 16 starts. So he gets the ball for the Red Sox, and then it's Astros lefty Framber Valdez, who is 11-4 with a 2.62 ERA in 21 starts. One of the best ground ball artists in the sport as well. Looking forward to talking to Lenny DiNardo about both these pitchers coming up in our next segment. But you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. Brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And coming up in about 15 minutes, we will hear Will Fleming's pregame chat with Red Sox manager Alex Cora. That is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in the Ford Summer Sales Event. Hurry in to get great deals now, including on F-Series, official truck of the Red Sox. But coming up next, we got Lenny DiNardo joining us from the Joe Castiglione radio booth as we get you ready for Sox versus Astros. Red Sox go for the sweep. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time, which is why every hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken finger meal we serve is made just for you.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Hey Boston, need more room? At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That means our team of storage experts is there for you, in person or online, to help you find the space you need. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Find storage in Boston and move in today.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Way today, Red Sox versus Astros here in the final game of a 3-game set at Fenway Park. Boston goes for the sweep. Joe Wild with you inside the Ford Clubhouse Fenway studio, and this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo on the call today, and Lenny now joins us from the Joe Castiglione radio booth. And Lenny, we were talking about this before I came downstairs. You have had a chance to pitch at this ballpark in a morning game. It was Patriots Day, back in 2006, the Mark Loretto walk-off game. What do you remember about getting up for that day?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this is the game where the veterans basically say, here you go, Rook, take this baseball so we don't have to. It's early, but I'll tell you what, I will take an 11 a.m. start over a 4 p.m. start any day of the week. 4 p.m.'s for the birds. It's too early and it's too late to do anything. You lose the whole day. So now, you know what? I'm going to get to go home and play catch with my kids. The sun's still going to be out, hopefully after a nice W here today.
And that's the hope for the Sox here today, trying to get the sweep here against the Astros. And Lenny, we talked about him yesterday, and I'm going to bring him up again today, and that's Trevor Story. Huge day at the plate yesterday, a home run, a double, 3 RBIs. He's now tied for second in the sport in RBIs since the start of June. But how impressed, Lenny, are you with the way that he's been able to rebound from the May that he had to become one of the most productive shortstops in all of baseball now?
It's been extremely I don't want to say surprising, but just impressive from what he's done this season. You know, first and foremost, he's available, right? He's out there, he's healthy, he's out there, he's confident. And it's about making adjustments in this game, and he's done that in just the best way possible. You know, a veteran when it comes to the clubhouse, a veteran on the field, going out there and racking up these RBIs like that. You know, he's rolling right now, and he struggled early on. You're talking about a 158 batting average, 432 OPS in May. He's basically doubled that since June 1st. So he's made the adjustment. He's getting to the fastball. He was swinging through that consistently, especially up at the top of the zone. He was chasing the slider low and away consistently, just, you know, swinging outside the strike zone because he's getting into 2-strike counts relatively early. Not the case anymore. He's getting better pitches to hit. He's putting his ace swing on them consistently. And we talked to him yesterday about just a difference in approach in the past month or two. You know, it's a line drive, gap-to-gap approach. You're not trying to go out there and hit home runs. You're trying to hit line drives. And because of that, they're actually hitting home runs more consistently. You try to hit a home run, guess what? Going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. You're going to have a ton of strikeouts. And he mentioned yesterday that there's been a concerted effort as a team, as an offense, to go out there and try to just put the ball in play more consistently, stay away from that dip and drive, driving the ball out of the ballpark mentality. It's just get the barrel to the baseball, good things happen, and you're seeing it in spades with him in particular.
And they're going to need him again today, Lenny, with Framber Valdez on the bump for the Astros. We'll get to him in one moment, but a couple of other right-handed bats were awesome again yesterday, and that's Romy Gonzalez and Rob Refsnyder. They had some huge swings against Colton Gordon, and they're in the starting lineup again in this one. You know, these two guys, they come off the bench, and then they get in these games where they're facing off against left-handed pitchers and sometimes some of the best left-handed pitchers in baseball. But why do you think, Lenny, these two guys have been able to thrive to the degree that they have so far this season in their roles?
You know, first and foremost, the talent is there. I mean, these guys are extremely talented ball players. Whether it's facing lefties or righties, these guys are professional hitters. And when it comes to facing lefties on the mound, it's really Romy, Ref, and Taxes. You can take it to the bank. These guys have just been so consistent and so good this season. They've bought into that role. They know that when there's a lefty on the mound, they're going to go out there and get the job done. When I look at those two guys, I see a junkyard dog or dogs on a chain ready to attack, right? They know their role. They've bought in. They're putting in the work. Whether it's in the cage, on the field, putting in the work as far as looking at numbers and video. They know what they need to do and go out there, and they've been consistently doing it. So I think it's preparation along with talent and buying into that role consistently throughout this year.
And speaking of guys that have bought into their role and executed it at such a high level is some of these left-handed pitchers. I know you can appreciate this as a former lefty, but Justin Wilson, the role he's had this year, that 6th, 7th inning role, he's been awesome. Obviously, Aroldis Chapman in the back end's been incredible and all-star this year. But as it's related to those two guys, Lenny, what's impressed you the most about the seasons that they've had?
Well, first and foremost, Joe, I'm still left-handed, man.
That's
Tom
true.
Caron,
Still left-handed.
Tom Caron likes to tell me after, sometimes I forget you're left-handed, and then I spend about 15 minutes with you, and it's all starting to make sense. But to get back to those lefties in the bullpen, I tell you what, I mean, it comes down to pounding the strike zone, having a ton of conviction in every pitch. It starts with strike one. You start picking on the corners early. You get behind 2-0. You have to come back over the plate. The offenses, when they get to the bullpen, they're ready for those instances. So again, if you're Chapman, if you're Wilson, you have a ton of conviction, a ton of confidence, and you trust your stuff up against anybody in the big leagues. We saw it yesterday. Cora obviously could have pulled Wilson or not pulled him, but put the righty on to face a lefty. But he said, you know what, I'm going to keep him out there. But we were thinking, okay, maybe he's going to pitch around him in an intentional walk. He got behind, but then it was bam, 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 right back in the strike zone, attack that right-handed hitter, and just shows that, you can be good against lefties and righties, especially in today's game. That's extremely important. So pounding the strike zone, getting ahead early is the key to these guys' success.
Chatting with still left-handed Lenny DiNardo here on the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Joe Weil with you. Let's get to the starting pitchers, Lenny. Lucas Giolito, he's coming off a good start against the Twins, 6 innings of 1-run ball. He's in this 9-start stretch in which he's got a sub 2.20 ERA. And you and I were talking about this a little bit before. The expected numbers, they don't look as good as the actual numbers, but What have you seen about what he's done that's impressed you and makes you think that he can keep this going?
Well, he's made adjustments consistently throughout the season. You know, he most notably made a little bit of a change in his arm angle. He raised it a couple degrees, getting up to around 50 degrees with the arm angle. That's going to allow him to get a little bit more carry. He stays behind the baseball, especially in that elevated fastball top of the zone. And he's a north-south pitcher. That fastball at the top of the zone at 94 plays really effectively when he gets it up there, and that carry allows him to do that. His secondary pitch, that changeup, is arm side and down. When he can locate that effectively and use that movement, starting the ball over the plate, looking like a strike, and then it breaks just off, he's going to induce a lot of swing and miss, a lot of ground balls. But with those two pitches, in order to keep a hitter honest, he has to have something that moves glove side, the opposite of that changeup, and that's where that slider curveball combination comes in. He can sprinkle those in inside against lefties, away against righties, starting it on the plate and moving its way off, just so they're not flipping a coin at the fastball up, the changeup down. It just gives them a little something extra to think about. And 94, 95. Plays at the big league level, not like it used to. 95 was like, wow, but now everybody throws 100. So you have to be able to go out there and command these pitches. And I know I sound like a broken record, but if you can get strike one, you're gonna be in the driver's seat. It's gonna allow you to get these guys out in so many more ways, via the strikeout, via the ground ball, soft contact, get them to swing outside the zone. So that's the mentality: attack, attack, attack.
Well, let's quickly hit on the other guy today, Framber Valdez. It just seems like, Lenny, year in, year out, this guy gets the job done, and what he does is gets so many ground balls. He's got the third best ground ball rate among all pitchers in baseball, 2.62 ERA coming in. How can the Red Sox try to solve what is Framber Valdez and all that he brings to the table?
I feel like, you're right. First of all, the ground ball percentage is off the charts, and if you're a Red Sox hitter, you want to see the ball up as often as possible, early in counts, because, along with that two-seam, that sinker, he does have an elite curveball with outstanding spin rate. The spin rate makes it break late. It looks like a fastball out of the hand, and it's now you see it, now you don't. You swing and miss, or you get on top of it and pound it into the ground. So if you can get him early on when he's trying to get strike one, hopefully capitalize on mistakes, because every pitcher makes mistakes throughout games, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 in a game. You have to be able to be ready when that happens. And so far, this Red Sox offense has been outstanding against left-handed hitters, or pitchers, I should say. They've been really, really good. So hopefully they can scrape a few off him early, go out there and get a decent performance by Giolito, and the bullpen holds the line again. That's the goal. But you're right, he's a tough customer. He's been a picture of consistency. He's gotten deep into games. The command is there. He gets strike one early. And, he's definitely going to be tough. It's a good thing that took the first 2 games, so this could be a close one.
Yeah, but to your point, though, the Sox, they lead baseball against left-handed starters in OPS. They're second in on-base, second in slug, fourth in average. So they can handle these guys. Obviously, this is a different guy on the mound, but we'll see how the Sox do. Lenny, appreciate the time. A different perspective, obviously, for you today on this morning baseball game, being in the booth instead of on the mound as you were 19 years ago. Appreciate the time, as always. Forever a lefty. Won't ever forget that. Promise I won't. Lenny, appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe. Talk to you soon.
All right, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up next, we'll have Will Fleming's pregame chat with Red Sox manager Alex Cora. That's presented by your New England Ford dealers as we get you ready for 11:35 first pitch from Fenway. Sox versus Astros. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Across the country, everyday Americans are standing up to expand freedom and opportunity, not just for themselves, but for their neighbors and communities. They're small business owners, parents, farmers, and local leaders, people who are pushing back against government overreach and showing what's possible when liberty is protected and individuals get involved. I'm David Fromm, host of the American Potential podcast, where we bring these stories to life. We don't just talk about policy solutions. Each week, we share the impact of how these solutions benefit everyday Americans. Because behind every issue is an individual, a family, or a community that's been impacted, reminding us that policy becomes personal. So whether you're passionate about keeping more of your hard-earned money, expanding school choice, or cutting red tape, you'll hear from the people making a difference as they share their stories. Listen now to American Potential on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Hey there, it's Brian Green from the Commercial Break Comedy Podcast. Tune in to our show and join me in making some regrettable decisions. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe Weil with you in the Ford Clubhouse Fenway Studios. The Sox go for their 6th sweep of the year as they take on the Astros today. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in the Ford Summer Sales Event. Hurry in to get great deals now, including on F-Series official truck of the Red Sox. And here is Will Fleming with Alex Cora.
Chance for a sweep of the Astros with the manager Alex Cora. Alex, out of the deadline, roaring, and some real resilient wins. Again, you fall behind in the first inning, and I'm sure you're used to this by now, but that doesn't make it any less impressive what your hitters and then your bullpen yesterday did. You had to be really thrilled with the overall effort.
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We're playing good baseball, and
I know a lot of people made a big deal out of the Cubs and the Phillies. I thought we played well. Offensively, we have found our groove. Very balanced attack. We're hitting the ball out of the ballpark. We're taking our walks, and we've been very aggressive running the bases, very efficient. And, yesterday was a perfect example. They scored 2. Romy hits the ball out of the ballpark and kind of like gave us momentum. Walked, survived for whatever it was, gave us a chance to win. It wasn't perfect, and the guys kept putting pressure on their pitching staff and did an amazing job.
I'll never forget it, Alex. It was last August. We were right here, and it was another kind of dip in the home record. And I said to you, what's going on at home? And you said, you know what? For a couple weeks here, I've been thinking about this. We need right-handed hitters who can launch. Everybody talks about the lefties in this ballpark. You sure were right, and you finally do have a group of righties who can get it out of here, huh?
Yeah, doubles of the wall are great. Homers over the wall are better. And, Trevor doing an amazing job. Carlos has been lethal here at home. Sedan is pulling the ball in the air. And, obviously Bregman, who hasn't played too many games here because of the injury, has been amazing. And we needed balance. We found it. We needed more than one guy. People keep talking about Breggy. Yeah, he was huge, but we had T.O. last year, right? We had J.T. The previous year. But having more than one right-handed hitter that can hit the ball over the wall, it was needed, and we did a good job.
I'd like to talk a little more about Trevor because just watching him have this renaissance, and we all know the work, we all know the guy, the clubhouse leader. It's so fun to watch him kind of be himself again, and in some ways I think he's been your most important player this year. Can you talk about what he's done for you?
Yeah, I think we talk about it in Milwaukee, right? Yeah. We needed him to step up. That's the reality of it. For us to be a good team, we saw it early in the season when he was hot, then he struggled that whole month, and we needed him to step up, and he did, and I keep looking back, my plan was for him to play 15 and get an off day, 15 and get an off day, and now he's playing every day, and only 2 off days from my end with him, and the defense, the base running has been outstanding. Having dynamic players in the middle of the lineup that not only they hit the ball out of the ballpark, but they run the base as well. Not too many managers have that luxury, right? And we got Jaron and Trevor doing that, and it's been fun to watch.
It happened at 18, it happened in 21, Alex, where you sort of have these hunches with the lineup, you mix things up, and immediately run production. And yesterday you take Roman out. He's been unbelievable. Romy hits the homer that I thought really jolted your club to life. What does that feel like for you when you spend so much of your life thinking about the way to maximize these 9 hitters? How does it feel when you're sitting at the end of this dugout and you make a move and it pays off?
It's gratifying, to be honest with you. It's a lot of work from everybody, a lot of conversations. Is it the right one today? Today we flip-flop. Ref is leading off. It's one of those that conversations with Ramon, conversations with the hitting group, what makes sense, what doesn't. And then sometimes it's intuition, to be honest with you. And I'm like, please, God, I hope it works. But, so far so good. When you have good players, it's easy to make adjustments. When you have guys that are willing to do whatever we want them to do on the field, it's easy, and what Ref has done, what Romy have done, is amazing.
So, like today, you put Ref Snyder in the leadoff spot. I'm sure you guys had a lot of chats about it leaving the ballpark yesterday. Do you kind of go home and let it just sit with you? When do you decide? For example, today, when did you decide that Rob's going to lead off?
Yeah. Actually, when we decided Romy was going to lead off, different tilt of fastballs. Yesterday was a four-seamer. Today is more down in the zone. So nothing against Romy. He's hitting 4th, right? But we feel like, this a good matchup for Ref. And hopefully it works out, And obviously, Roman, we have to protect, with the righties in the middle, right? So they got 3 lefties in the bullpen. They will go to them, not today because they got Framber, but you got to do that. And I actually right after the game, sometimes I sit there with Ramon and talk about a few things, and we send it. One thing we want to accomplish is for the players to know, already before they go home that I'm playing, I'm not playing. We talk to them anyways. Like, for example, Wonger, he's playing today and tomorrow. He knows already. That's good for him, to prepare, to make adjustments off the field, if they had plans, whatever. And I think that's the best way of doing it.
So Trevor's dialed in, Roman, all these hitters are helping you out. How hard is it, though, to watch the other side of the spectrum, Walker, who has had this great career, who continues to search to try to find something, the walks, falling behind hitters, loud contact. What was the conversation like overall and with him after the game yesterday?
Yeah, nothing yesterday. We'll talk to him tomorrow. He's going to keep going, from my end. He's making his next start, no doubt about it. The stuff is there. We just have to be more aggressive in the zone. Yesterday we can talk about the homer in the first inning, but the walk put him in a bad spot, right? And, he's the guy that probably he's never been in this spot situation before, and he's grinding through it, but we're going to help him, and we're going to get him back, and for us to accomplish big things, we need Walker Buehler to be Walker Buehler, and I trust him. I trust him in November when we decided to go after him, and I still have the same belief.
It's fun watching you manage from August on. I mean, it started for your team in late July, but you handle the bullpen so differently. I mean, you brought Chapman in the seventh inning and had the first up and down for him all year. And yesterday with Wilson, I mean, that he was awesome in that spot. Don't you think that kind of changed the whole game?
Yeah. I mean, you're watching the game and you try to, push your starters to go as deep as possible, but we had a chance to win the series yesterday, and Bales, he mentioned it to me, and I agree with him, that we needed to go. It was going to be a challenge to finish the game, with what we had in the bullpen, but they did an outstanding job, and today we are a little bit banged up, but we won the series. That's what we're trying to accomplish, and hopefully today, Gio goes out there, gives us 6 or 7, and a chance to win.
All right, so that's Alex Cora with our very own Will Fleming. Let's get you today's starting lineups quickly, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. The 9 for the Sox, Rob Refsnyder, the DH, Alex Bregman at third, Roman Anthony in left, Romy Gonzalez at second, Trevor Story, the shortstop, Cedon Rafaela in center, Abraham Toro at first, Wilyer Abreu in right, and Connor Wong doing the catching here for the finale, Sox Astros. Coming up next, we'll get to the lock of the game, presented by Interlock Roofing and a Subaru of New England scoreboard update as well. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
You Must Remember This is the podcast dedicated to stories from the secret and forgotten histories of 20th century Hollywood. Stories of sex, murder, institutional racism, bad men, sad women, fascist gossip columnists, and much more. Our new season is called The Old Man Is Still Alive, and it's about directors like Alfred Hitchcock and John Ford who got started in the silent era, but were still making movies in the psychedelic 60s. Follow and listen to You Must Remember This on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, It's compassion. It's connection. It's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Attention skilled tradespeople and sales pros. Are you ready to join a team where your hard work is valued and your career can thrive? Gem Plumbing and Heating has 2 new branch offices in Massachusetts and is hiring. We're looking for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, drain, and sales professionals who are ready to take their careers to the next level. Enjoy competitive pay, benefits, and a supportive team environment. Plus, we're offering attractive sign-on bonuses. Don't wait. To join our growing team, apply at AskGem.com today.
Selecting Marvin replacement windows for your home is easy when you work with Riverhead Building Supply.
Marvin windows and doors offer durability, style, and strength.
Find out how Marvin windows can improve your home.
Visit a Riverhead Building Supply location or rbscorp.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun, wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. Check out the Passport, Pilot, Ridgeline, or CR-V during the Honda Summer event.
See dealer for financing details.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow as we get you ready for Sox versus Astros. In every game, we have the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Listen in for that during the broadcast today. Good question today. What do you think of today's 11:35 a.m. start for the MLB Sunday leadoff series? You can answer that on our X account at Sox Booth. Love it or hate it are the options. My lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. I'm going with Alex Bregman and Trevor Story to get at least one hit today, especially with the left-hander Valdez on the mound, who has obviously been great, but love those right-handed bats. And quickly getting you a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Our game the first in the slate. The Rays at home against the Dodgers. 12:10 start time there. The Blue Jays at home against the Royals. That's 1:37. And then the Yankees, they look for a win against the Marlins. They've been struggling. 1:40 start time in Miami. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Coming up next, Sox versus Astros. Red Sox go for the sweep. Will Fleming, Lenny Nardo on the call on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer event.
See dealer for financing details.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall! Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's Morning Lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Hey Boston, need more room? At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That means our team of storage experts is there for you, in person or online, to help you find the space you need. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Find storage in Boston and move in today.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Hideo Ramos pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by findmassmoney.gov, the Department of Veteran Affairs, Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo.
Good morning, and welcome to beautiful Fenway Park as the Red Sox welcome the Houston Astros for Game 3 of the series, and they hope to sweep the division-leading Astros, a familiar foe. The Red Sox rolling along. They've won 6 of 7. They're a season-best 10 games above 500, and they are alone in second place in the American League East, and they hold the top wild card spot. Along with Lenny DiNardo, I'm Will Fleming, and it is an absolutely glorious morning for baseball. This is the first and only game on the slate right now in Major League Baseball, and Lenny, the Red Sox just keep on doing it. They got a tough customer in Framber Valdez, but it'd be hard to bet against this team the way they're going right now.
I mean, they're just playing a good brand of baseball, let's face it. And yes, Framber is a tough customer, but they've won their last 3 games against left-handed starters. And I've said it before, Romy, Ref, and taxes when it comes to facing left-handed pitchers. Take it to the bank. These guys have just been outstanding, and I hope they continue to do that. It's the approach, it's the preparation, and buying into their role. They know that when a lefty's on there, on the mound, they're going to go out and get the opportunity to be off the leash.
I'm glad you just did that because I was a little jealous. You saved that only for Tom Caron on the Nessens set. Romy, Ref, and taxes, they are certainties. And I thought, Lenny, that Romy set the tone in the first inning yesterday. I'm fascinated by what Alex Cora is doing with this group, with this team. And he told me in the pregame show, I hope our fans heard it, that they thought about it after the game yesterday, that it was time for Rob to lead off. So Ref Snyder will lead off. We'll get the lineups in just a minute, but you have to be fair about this, Lenny. I think Alex Cora is on an absolute run, the way he's managed this roster, the way that he changes the lineup so often, and it more often than not really redounds to his benefit. I think Alex Cora has had a great couple of months.
He really has. He really has. And where he leads, this team goes. And I think yesterday during that little half melee where no punches were thrown, he charged out of the dugout with a lot of intent. Like he was ready to rumble. And I think that shows this team that he's in the trenches with them every day.
No doubt. They respond, they follow, they lead. Red Sox ready for the national anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com.
Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Please welcome Avery Barboza.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Excellence and manners. Avery Barboza from Dartmouth, Mass. And that sets the scene for a morning of baseball with the Red Sox and the Houston Astros. BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. The Sox, green Friday, yellows Saturday, home whites on a Sunday, looking for a sweep against these Houston Astros. Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo. And Lenny, there's just a great feeling and energy around this club right now. They're a season best 10 games above 500, and maybe most importantly of all, there's only one team above them. In the standings in the American League East, they're now ahead of the Yankees, looking up at the Blue Jays. The Tampa Bay Rays way behind in the rearview mirror, and the Red Sox own the top wild card. There are 50 games to go, Lenny, and the Red Sox, with this surge in the middle of the summer, put themselves in a great spot to electrify Fenway for months to come.
Yeah, this team is absolutely rolling. They're full of confidence right now, and you said it, with 50 games left. If you go back and look at the last 49 games, they are 32-17. If they win 32 of their next games, guess what that puts them at? 93 games. If this team wins 93 games, guess where they're to be? Yeah, they're going to be in the playoffs and rolling. Now, if they're 90, I'll be happy with that. If they're 89, I'll be happy with that. You don't have to go out and win that many games, but just the style of baseball, whether it's the bullpen holding the line, whether it's your offense picking up your starting pitcher when he goes 4 1/3, it's very important to be able to go out and do that.
I'd take 32-17 down the stretch. Red Sox, really, when you look at it, sometimes you have to just step back and think about, you have the 10-game winning streak going into the All-Star break. Now they won 6 of 7. As you talked about it, since the first day of July, best team in baseball. Now you look at the overall standings, and they're 4, in some cases 5 wins away from the best records in baseball. That's how hot they've been. That's how great they've played. And the Red Sox very much in the mix. Alex Cora adamant before the game, the division is the goal. They are not trying to win the wild card. They want to win the American League East. And the way they're rolling today feels like that is very much a possibility. Jose David Flores has been the man to bring out the lineup card. He does it again today as Masataka Yoshida, Trevor Story, and Romy Gonzalez get warm out in the right field turf. The Red Sox and the Astros. We'll get you the starting lineups in a moment. But first, the Speed Report brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. Lenny, it's not that Framber Valdez throws that hard, but he has a 3-pitch mix. He has totally figured out what makes him so effective. A lot of 3-2 curveballs. The fastball is dotted up. The guy's won 11 straight decisions. He's not lost since May. The Red Sox know him very well. He is a very difficult ask on the mound today.
He's just been the picture of consistency throughout his career, and you hit it right on the head. He's not a guy that goes out there and blows the doors off with his fastball, but his 2-seam has a ton of sink. He's got an elite spin rate on his curveball. He's able to throw all these pitches in all different counts. The command is there. He's got 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's his best clip over his 2020, which is 9.7. So he's pacing that right now, just about. And consistency is key. Getting strike one, being able to get chase at the bottom of the zone, that's how he goes out there and gets deep into these games.
He also has been awesome against the Red Sox. Awesome. With the exception of one start in the playoffs of 2021, he has neutralized this lineup. But again, as we said at the top, it is hard to bet against just the overall juice that this Red Sox team has right now. Red Sox Injury Report is brought to you by Catches Law Group, champions for the injured, with more than $3 billion recovered for New Englanders. And Lenny, I thought yesterday's game with Alcala struggling, Hicks really battling to throw strikes, underscored the need for Justin Slayton to get back. Alex Cora would not put a timeline on it today, but they're very encouraged. He threw a bullpen today, not full go, but yesterday he really checked out of the bullpen, and Slayton feels like such an important piece to get back down the stretch.
Yeah, coming into the season, I thought he was a guaranteed lock for that 8-inning role, possibly filling in certain pockets in the 9th, because he does have elite stuff, power fastball, good breaking ball. He's in the strike zone. You wouldn't really know that he's so young, because he goes out there with a lot of confidence, a lot of conviction. If he comes back, that's your acquisition. That's your bullpen arm over Matt. You wouldn't got Matt's, but as far as a righty, this is an acquisition that you need to have toward the end of the season.
This is sort of the equivalent of the London football games when we get to the fall. It's just crazy. You know, Lenny, you've lived this life now as a broadcaster, but for most of your life as a player. It's interesting to me to think about the impact on routine that a day like today has. Because, I mean, the Red Sox have long had the weirdest schedule on the weekends of any team. They go 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 1:30. That strains players. This 11:35 quick turnaround, how do you think you would, and how do you think the Red Sox have sort of calibrated things to prepare for today?
Well, so far this season, they've had 2 other games in the 11 o'clock hour, and they're 2-0. So they haven't had any issues so far this season. I had the honor of starting the 2006 Patriot Day 11 a.m. start, the Mark Loretta walk-off, and that's the game typically where the veterans are like, give it to the rookie, because we don't really want anything to do with that start. Just give it to him and let him deal with it. But you know what? I feel like this team is unfazed when it comes to time of game. They want to get on the field as soon as possible. You see the type of baseball they're playing, and why not? Right? Go out there and continue to use the momentum to win ball games, whether it's 7-10 or 11:35 or anything in between.
I think it's a credit to Alex Cora, who's had an incredible run here. He just does not want to open the door to any excuses at all. It is just about time for Lucas Giolito to lead the Red Sox out onto the field. Time now for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. The local kid, Jeremy Pena, is going to lead it off for Joe Espada and the Astros. They come in 62-49, leading the American League West ahead of the Seattle Mariners now by 3.5 games as Giolito trots out onto the mound. After Pena, Jose Altuve. He's the designated hitter today. He'll bat second. Then Jesus Sanchez, in his 3rd game with Houston, is in right field batting 3rd. Carlos Correa at the hot corner cleaning up. Christian Walker's had a great series. Homers in both of the first 2 games. He bats 5th, and he's at first base. Yainer Diaz is the catcher. He bats 6th. Taylor Trammell in center field batting 7th. And Dubon in left, and Urias, the second baseman, batting 9th. Alex Cora had a hunch about Romy and Rob at the top of the order. Today it's Refsnyder's turn to lead it off against Lefter Valdez. He's the DH, is Refsnyder. And then Alex Bregman, longtime teammate of Fromber. He bats 2nd. He's the 3rd baseman. Roman Anthony in left field batting 3rd. Romy Gonzalez cleans up. He's the 2nd baseman. Then Story at short. Cedon in center. Toro at first. Abreu in right. And Wong will catch. Alex told us before the game Connor will play today and tomorrow, as the Red Sox look to keep the train on the track. 61-51. Lucas Giolito is well into his warm-up routine on the mound. That was the starting lineup, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Behind Lucas, Toro is at first. Romy at second. Story at short with Alex Bregman at third. Cedon back in center with Abreu in right. And Roman Anthony in left field. So Jaron Duran gets the day off. The defensive alignment brought to you by the Baldwin Group. Insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Lenny, what's important? What are you looking for from Giolito today?
I want to see him attack the zone. His first inning has been his biggest issue so far this season. He's got an 8.44 ERA in the first, 3.06 opponent average again. So he's got to buckle down early on, try to pitch to contact, get the ball on the ground. He's a north-south guy that'll sprinkle in some east-west breaking balls here and there. So again, if you have one issue that's blatant, it's the first inning. So you got to buckle down and get it done right now.
So often for me, Lenny, it is fastball command and whether he's just leaning too much on the secondary stuff. We'll keep our eyes on that. All eyes on Giolito. Red Sox have the baseball world in the palm of their hand on a Sunday morning. Giolito in the bright white jerseys. Into the wind, he throws, and Pena swings and fouls it off. That was a well-located fastball. Only 91 miles an hour from Lucas, but Pena ready to rip, and it's 0-1.
Again, going back to the aggressiveness, this Houston Astros offense, they know he's trying to get strike one. They know he struggles in the first. They're trying to get a mistake pitch early and often.
0-1 to Pena, lined on a hop to third as Bregman plays it, throws to first, and Pena on 2 pitches is out number 1.
Getting the ball on the ground, it's key for Giolito. He's not an overpowering pitcher, but you want to keep the ball out of the air. Not his last time, 2 outings ago, gave up 4 home runs. Last time out, made a really big adjustment, going 6 innings, kept the ball in the ballpark that whole game. So we keep it on that trend.
Roku and the Red Sox, not exactly punctual today. 11:38 a.m. 79 beautiful degrees. Here's Altuve to booze. He swings and misses at a slider. And it is 0-1. Altuve, big strikeout late in the game last night. 280, 18 homers, 57 driven in. But he's been hot. 13 extra base hits over his last 25. 0-1. Pitch. Ground ball foul outside of third. The bat looks bigger than Altuve does.
It's because it is. I mean, bats, what is it, 40? You have to be 42 inches or smaller. That's the rule, right? That looks about 67 inches in his hand right there.
He's barely 42 inches himself. 0-2. Foul back. He's a Hall of Famer in my mind. He's been just wonderful for the Houston Astros. He's having a difficult time in this series keeping the helmet on. Time and temp, by the way. Brought to you by Hatfield. Better care, better pork. Giolito could really use a good one. The Red Sox could. Takes a deep breath. The tall right-hander winds. He throws. The 0-2 way short. A curveball. And it's 1-2 to Giolito. How about this? So Lucas Giolito in his career, I mean, he's been fantastic. He threw a no-hitter with the White Sox. He has not had a lot of shutouts in his life. 3 career shutouts. One of them came against this Houston team. The 1-2. Swing and a foul. Altuve, that's one of the things that makes him so great. He was fooled there, but able to just lunge out, stay alive, and it's 1-2.
You go into the breaking ball early and often, trying to get him low and away. You saw the fastball at 91. You almost want to think, is he staying away from it? Is he feeling good? But a well-located fastball in would be nice right here.
1-2 is exactly that. A little high, though, but it's 2-2. So how about this? Okay. Giolito, 3 career shutouts. His first was 2019. That day, Framber Valdez pitched in relief for the Astros, and Brian O'Nora had home plate. And he does again today. 2-2, chopper foul. Isn't this game ridiculous?
It really is, right? My goodness.
That day, the Astros only had 4 hits. Josh Reddick, Michael Brantley had 2, and Max Stassi, of all people.
I'll take that line.
Just underway, 1 down in the top of the first. Sox and Stros. Giolito into the wind. He throws. Altuve pops one. Foul of third. Bregman and Wong come together. Look out, and it's Wong in the end to make the play. Not a lot of communication there. They're smiling. Wong makes the play, and they're 2 down.
And that's Bregman's ball all day long.
Yep.
He's coming in to get it. Wong had to spin around and do a twirl to get his glove up. Really athletic play to be able to get to that pitch, but ideally, Bregman calls him off and he lays off.
I'd like to see you do a twirl.
Nope. I would fall down immediately.
2 down. Here's Jesus Sanchez. It sure is great to not have Yordan Alvarez in the lineup for the Astros as Giolito misses down and away. The fastball 1-0. Good start for Giolito. Normally, Lenny, he's been so yin and yang, where his starts have either been unbelievable or real eyesores. The 1-0 is crushed into the gap toward the triangle, but Cedon on the run. To his left, he dives, he can't get it. It's going to 2-hop the wall. Abreu picks it up, spins, and throws to Story. And it's a 2-out double for Jesus Sanchez. That was almost a spectacular play from Cedon. He's dirtied up the left hip of his uniform. That's a good time to go all or nothing. He just couldn't make the play, and the Astros have a man at second with 2 down.
And look, if Cedon can't get to that, nobody's going to get to that, right? That's he is. No, I don't think anybody in the big leagues are going to come close to that. And he is actually probably 6 inches from getting in the glove right there. But you're right, 2 outs right now. Go right back to pounding the strike zone.
Big spot for Correa, who had something fly into his eye. He steps out.
Talking about Giolito, he's been yin and yang early on, but I tell you what, his last 9 games, he's gotten into the 6th inning, all but one of those. He's really put it together, changed an arm angle, raised it just a little bit, allowed him to carry that fastball at the top of the zone a little bit more frequently.
For 6 starts, he was the best pitcher in the American League. Here's Correa, who takes a little bit low. Carlos, knock on wood, has been held in check in this series. It's amazing the Red Sox see him in 2 straight sets, Minnesota and then here. 267, 7 homers, and 31 driven in. 1-0. 2 down, runner at second. The pitch in there for a strike. Beautifully located, 1-1.
So basically, he's going to see the Red Sox in 9 of what? 16? Something like that. I mean, 6 with Houston, 3 with Minnesota. He's going to be tired of seeing these guys.
Pitchers will not have to grind on his report. 1-1. Line hopper to second. Romy slides. He gloves from his knees. Throws to first. And time. What a play. That saved a run. Romy, my defensive homie, keeps it scoreless. We go to the bottom of the first. Sox coming to bat. No score. It will be Refsnyder, Bregman, and Anthony on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Across the country, everyday Americans are standing up to expand freedom and opportunity, not just for themselves, but for their neighbors and communities. They're small business owners, parents, farmers, and local leaders, people who are pushing back against government overreach and showing what's possible when liberty is protected and individuals get involved. I'm David Fromm, host of the American Potential podcast, where we bring these stories to life. We don't just talk about policy solutions. Each week, we share the impact of how these solutions benefit everyday Americans. Because behind every issue is an individual, a family, or a community that's been impacted, reminding us that policy becomes personal. So whether you're passionate about keeping more of your hard-earned money, expanding school choice, or cutting red tape, you'll hear from the people making a difference as they share their stories. Listen now to American Potential on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hi, this is Alex Bregman. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
See, now that is some next level stuff. A rejoin with Alex Bregman, and you can call me Al.
I saw something the other day, the bass player with that funky little interlude thing in there. It was his birthday, and he requested to play it, and Paul Simon said, you know what, play it. It's your birthday, we're going to put that in the song.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a useless knowledge freak.
Man walks down the street, and his name is Rob Refsnyder, trying to get Framber Valdez to lead off the first inning.
Chevy Chase in the video.
Rob is not soft in the middle. He leads it off. No score, Red Sox and the Astros. Pitch misses low. This guy, Framber Valdez, is one of the great left-handed pitchers in the game. 11-4. 2.62 ERA. The Red Sox so familiar with him. 1-0. Rob takes a strike, dotted. Bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1.
I mean, the umpire missed the first call. Should be 0-2 right now. But you can see with his mechanics, it's free and easy. 94 with a lot of late action.
1-1. Fouled off. He throws the curveball a ton, does Framber. Especially in 3-2 counts. You know the Red Sox are so aware of that. He had a start here in the NLCS in 2021. That was one where he changed gloves, and after that change, got a lot better. The pitch to Refsnyder is inside. Wow, Brian O'Nora stood up thinking maybe he'd ring him up, but he did not. And it's 2-2. Framber's got the braided ponytail down beneath number 5 and 9, halfway down his back.
It's a Manny hair right there.
Something tells me it's not all his. The 2-2 is fouled off on the first base side.
You're right, though. Sometimes you see him, it's there, and sometimes it's not. Manny.
He is great, Framber is.
Oh, yeah.
And he hadn't lost since May the 2nd. 11 straight decisions won for him. And he's been phenomenal against the Red Sox. 5 starts, 2.03 ERA. 2-2. Refsnyder chops one foul. This is a grinding at-bat. And I think, Lenny, you know, the Red Sox have been so good fighting against Wheeler and Sanchez and Imanaga and so many great pitchers. The order of this day to me is to get this guy out of the game by, say, the 6th inning or so.
And that's a win. If you can get him out, because he goes deep so consistently.
2-2. It's a great start for Refsnyder. He fouled that one off.
Try to wear him down. He's picking on the corners. You know he's going to hit his spots. He's going to work up, down, in, and out. But if you can put the bat on the ball and get to a mistake and capitalize from there, you'll be successful.
Refsnyder's going to see at least 8 pitches as the leadoff man. 2-2. Here it is. Rob swings and fouls it. A changeup. That was devastating. I think that's the first changeup that Valdez has thrown. And it remains 2-2. Alex told me, Cora, that is, that when they decided to lead off Romy yesterday, that meant that Refsnyder would lead off today. Different profiles of the fastball, bottom of the zone. And they think that Refsnyder's swing against that particular style of fastball is a little bit better. Of course, Romy's in the cleanup spot today. 2-2.
Why not after that pop yesterday?
No kidding. And what a play that was at second in the top of the first.
Just elite.
2-2. Refsnyder loops one into right field, a base hit. More magic lineup construction from Alex Cora. That is, I know it's crazy, Lenny. It's the first inning. That's one of the better at-bats of the season. Refsnyder leads it off in the first with a hit to right.
You're talking a 9-pitch at-bat. Your leadoff hitter fighting off a fastball inside, poking it the other way. He did that yesterday, too. He drove a ball just kind of off the fist to right field. Outstanding job getting to a really tough cookie.
Here's Bregman, the pitch to him. Fastball right there. I think he was guessing curveball there. He took a fastball in the inside corner. He's been awesome, Bregman has, since coming back off the IL. 14 homers, 44 driven in. The pitch is another painted fastball, Lenny. And Alex didn't think so, but that was right there. And it's 0-2.
That's what Valdez does. Strike one, strike two. Now you can either elevate the fastball, curveball down to the zone. You can triple up.
Here it is. Bregman swings and hits a little nubber in front of the plate. The catcher Diaz picks it up, throws to first in time. It acts like a bunt on the play. Refsnyder up to second. And that was impressive right there. Another fastball, bottom of the zone. One out with a runner at second, and here comes Roman Anthony.
Yeah, that sinker. Bregman wishes he got that one back. Put a good swing on it, but in essence, it was basically a bunt, a productive out.
What a test this is for Roman Anthony. I mean, he's been unbelievable. This, though, is a different animal on the mound. In Fromber, pitch is right there. It's just a clinic. This guy paints the corners with first pitch strikes over and over.
I'm surprised we're not getting more first pitch swings, to be honest, because you're seeing a lot of fastballs, a lot of early strikes. You want to get him early, so you don't have to go to that curveball.
I think that might change. Here's the pitch to Roman. He takes a strike. Curveball in there, and it's 0-2. The thing about Valdez is that the second time through, he'll start spinning it with first pitch strikes. But maybe right now, this first time through, a chance to communicate and adapt. Anthony in an 0-2 hole. No score, one down, bottom one. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher means $50 donated to the Jimmy Fund. 0-2. Roman swings and fouls it off. That was another great sinker. It's like Valdez just aims small and misses small. It stays 0-2.
You know, when you're teaching a young pitcher how to go out there and dial it in, you don't look at the catcher. You don't look at the glove. You're trying to pick out a seam in that glove. And if you miss it by 3, 4, 5 inches, you're still in business. But if you miss your catcher by 5, 6 inches or the glove by 5, 6 inches, you're in trouble.
0-2, Roman swings and grounds one on the right side. It's handled over there by Walker. He'll take it himself to the bag. Close play, but Roman is retired. That is not an easy at-bat for the rookie. Refsnyder over to third, and they're 2 down. With that philosophy, I need you in my backyard. Aim small, miss small.
I'm able to do it with baseball, but if you ever see me play cornhole, it does not translate.
Why not?
I have no idea. No idea.
Just one hop it right in front of the circle. It'll go home. All right, here's Romy, who had the big swing in the first inning yesterday. No score, 2 down. Valdez at the belt. He throws. Strike. I cannot believe you're not a good cornhole player. Why?
You know, I picked it up late in life. That's my excuse with golf. It's my excuse with cornhole. You start early, you're decent, right?
It's so true. Just get the feel. 0-1. Romy waits. Valdez throws, and Gonzalez takes a ball.
Again, he started him off right down the middle, 94. I want to see a little bit more aggressive action from these bats because he's going to get ahead. He's going to throw a strike first pitch. It's just what he does.
Romy 297 with 8 homers. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Gonzalez swings and misses. Changeup way beneath the zone. And it's 1-2. Baseball's the ultimate reverse lock game where you think something's going to happen. The opposite does, but this does feel like a total pitcher's duel today. 1-2 to Romy. Swing and a miss. He got him. Man, that's just a phenomenal curveball. And Romy's gone. Tit for tat. Giolito and Fromber. No score after 1 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI. Red Sox Radio Network.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lucas Giolito to the mound for the top of the second. To Creed as we in the scoreless game. Giolito got some great defense with Romy Gonzalez behind him. Christian Walker's had the best series by far. The Astro hitter, homers in each of the first 2 games, so a test for Lucas. And given what we just saw from Valdez, it is important to hold the line, the pitch. A little bit low and outside. Fastball 92. He's not throwing very hard today, Lenny. I mean, he's commanded it, but, you know, normally Lucas, when he's good, the fastball 95, sometimes 96. It's been 91, 92 so far.
We'll see if he dials that in.
1-0. High pop-up. Deep into left center field, but Sadon waving off Roman and about a foot in front of the track. He's there to make the play.
If I had to take one over the other, I'll take 91 located, 92 located, over 95 down the middle. We saw Cooper Criswell the other day go 7-1 run at 91, locating efficiently, effectively early.
Do you think it is a pop-up when it goes 395 feet? Probably not.
Off the bat, especially Walker, was what he's done this series so far. Yeah, I'm holding my breath.
More like a high fly. All right, here's Yainer Diaz. He takes a ball outside. Herb Chambers' batting order in this frame. Diaz, then Trammell, brought to you by Herb Chambers, Porsche Boston, and Porsche Burlington.
1-0. Is that how you got your Porsche?
Yeah, totally. He chops one to third. What a backhanded play by Bregman. Behind the bag, he plants and throws to first. On a line, he got him. In that third base dugout, they know a thing or two. Bregman with a wry smile. He knows how great a play that was. And they're 2 down.
We talk a lot about the style of baseball that this Red Sox club has been using as of late. Pitching, offense, but the biggest thing for me is defense. Being able to make plays like that behind your pitcher allows him to go out there and pitch to contact. This club hasn't been good defensively the past few years. This is a huge shift that we're starting to see.
It is. Here's Taylor Trammell with 2 down and the base is empty. Pitch to him is outside, ball 1. And by the way, not to reopen an old wound, there's no chance, 0, that Rafi Devers makes that play. None.
Nope.
1-0 to Trammell. Pitch. strike. It's so fun to watch great defense, Lenny. And what you notice there is that that's possible for Bregman because he moves his feet so well to get himself in a throwing position to pick it and then just uncork immediately. The 1-1 check swing. It looked like he went around. He did not. Pitch missed up, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, getting to that baseball right on the foul line, probably 18 feet past the third base bag, and then being able to set his feet and throw it on a line, not even on a one hop. A lot of guys will give up and just kind of one hop it.
2-1. Low. And he had to throw a bullet, didn't he?
Knowing your runner, right?
First responders develop cancer at a higher rate than the general population. Boston Firefighters Credit Union is reminding all first responders to get checked. Something feels off, get it checked. 3-1. High. The Red Sox have walked Trammell too much in this series. That's an unforced error for Giolito. He's upset with himself walking around the mound. So a 2-out base runner for the Astros that extends the inning for Mauricio Dubon.
You know, you give up a hit, you walk, you need to go out there and just hit the reset button. It happens throughout the game. With 2 outs especially, you got to be able to buckle down and go ahead and get this ball on the ground. Don't go for the strikeout. Get strike one.
2 down, 1 on. Here's Mauricio Dubon, who's looked really good at the plate. He looked like he was almost taking all the way. A fastball low. 92 miles an hour, and it's 1-0.
Looks like he got around that just a little bit. Almost looked like a cutter out of his hand.
1-0. Trammell at first, the pitch. Low. And I just want you to elaborate a little bit on that, Lenny. When you say get around it, you mean with his wrist, his hand, his fingers?
Yeah, Giolito, if you talk about the adjustment he made a few weeks ago, a month ago, where he raised his arm angle a little bit, 50 to 52 degrees, give or take, that allows him to stay behind it and on top of it with his fingers.
2-0's a chopper to third. It's been Bregman's inning. Plays the second hop, a missile across to first in time. We're happy he's with the Red Sox, not with the Astros anymore. Bregman flashing leather. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of Here's Where It Gets Interesting. Each week I speak with authors, experts, and thought leaders on everything from American history and democracy to how to be a better person on the internet. And don't miss my extremely popular docu-series, which educate you on things you never learned in history class. Follow and listen to Here's Where It Gets Interesting on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the bottom of the second we go with dire straits. No score, Red Sox and the Astros. Trevor Story, who's been unbelievable to lead it off against Framber Valdez in the Herb Chambers batting order. Story, Rafaela, and Toro. By the way, if you haven't heard, Shaws and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most. Boneless chicken, 2-liter Coke, avocados, snacks, and much more. Find new lower price tags aisle after aisle. Details at shaws.com/lower prices. I was at Shaw's last night getting some Dr. Peppers, some brown sugar, and some ribs. I'm going to grill them up tonight.
You did it right. I did it wrong on the way home.
Loving the load is wrong. I don't want to be right. Here's Trevor Story. He takes down and in. Ball 1.
I picked up 5 tacos from an unnamed establishment.
How you feeling today?
All right so far. I'm all right.
TBD.
Just waiting, though. It's a waiting game now.
1-0 to Story. Outside. Good take. Good patient approach. This tells you that Valdez has been paying attention. He knows that Story's so hot. He's been pumping strikes in, but now 2-0 to Trevor.
You highlight certain guys, and if you look at Trevor Story, what he's done the past month and a half, got to be careful.
Randy Watson. 2-0 pitch is a chopper foul outside of third, and it's 2-1. Sorry, it's 11:35 first pitch. We're a little loopy today. Why not? Red Sox won 6 of 7. They're 10 over 500. Alone in second place. It is worth pausing and thinking about the fact that the Red Sox were almost 11 games back of the Yankees not long ago. 2-1. Swinging a ground ball on the right side into the outfield. That's a base hit. Stay hot, kid. It's a leadoff hit for Trevor Story.
He's just been so fun to watch. That ball is off the plate. Fastball goes, keeps the hands back and the head on it. What a great piece of hitting right there. Your first baseman's probably 35 feet off the bag, but he's still able to get it in that hole.
It's so much about what we were talking about yesterday, Lenny, where he's just on everything. He's not, used to be he'd be in between, late on fastballs, ahead of breaking stuff. It's the opposite now. Here's Cedon, the pitch. He bunts it on the first base side, down the line, foul. I love the idea. He hit it too hard. He was thinking about bunting for a hit there. He got too much of it for strike 1.
Use the speed, right? You're one of the burners on the team. Why not put the ball on the ground? I love this style of play. It's just showing that they can hit the long ball. They can have the line drive approach. They can bunt for a base hit. If you have the speed, why not try?
Yankees will conclude their series with the Marlins a little bit later today. Rivalry report brought to you by River Spring Living on a beautiful 32-acre campus by the Hudson. To Cedon, not thinking bunt there. He got a curveball and way over the top of it. He was thinking Lansdowne, and it's 0-2. David Pomerantz, who runs that wonderful facility that I know so well, provides so much care for so many. Avid Red Sox fan and listener. He's on the beach with us today. 0-2. Cedon, soft ground ball, could be a hit. Down the third base line. Coming in, Correa. He gloves, throws to first. Not in time. Infield hit for Cedon. Swinging bunt down the third base line. And Red Sox have him at first and second with nobody out. And our first base turbulent airplane celebration.
I love the fact that before the turbulent airplane, he was screaming to the heavens, looking straight up to the sky. Yes! Tell you what. That is elite speed. Not everybody beats that ball out. That was a tough play at third base.
This team is so fun and so athletic, Lenny. And by the way, I think the celebration there speaks to something we'll get into in a minute. But first, here's Abraham Toro. 2-on, none out. He squares, and he misses a bunt. Good idea. I mean, that was center cut. You got to get that one down. But against Valdez, you get 2-on, none out. This is a chance to pounce.
I love the idea. Just sacrifice yourself, move him over, get him on third base, less than 2 outs.
0-1, 2-on, none out. Valdez sets. No bunt here. Pitch misses. Curveball down and in.
Even showing bunt in that situation kind of tells the defense, okay, I have to be ready for everything. It messes with their alignment.
Toro's been good with runners in scoring position. Hit a 2-run homer yesterday. Why not? A little hanging curveball, 3-1 shot right here. Red Sox want a runner at third with 1 out. That's the bare minimum here. 1-1 pitch. Low and in. Valdez, Lenny, not quite as sharp here in the second inning.
I think that points to the first inning. The at-bat from the get-go. It's a 9-pitch at-bat for Rob Refsnyder. We get in Framber Valdez's head a little bit.
How alive has Fenway been all weekend? 2-1. Toro takes a strike. That was borderline, but I think it did flip the top inside corner of the zone, and it's 2-2.
That was just a pitcher's pitch right there, up and in. You're not going to be able to do much with that if you do take a hack.
Story leads at second. Cedon at first. Really good speed out there. 2-2. Toro takes a ball inside, and it is 3-2. I'm not convinced, Lenny, that the runners are not going to be off right here. Why not?
I'm okay
Live
with
a little.
it for sure. Valdez is a guy that could throw a curveball in this count, too. He's not afraid to throw it in any situation.
85% of the time, 3-2, he yanks that thing. 3-2 is rounded to third. Might be a double play. No, it eats Correa alive. He runs to the bag at third and gets Story. Correa had to go to his backside there and made a really nice grab. It was hard hit by Toro. He raced to the bag after jumping back to his feet for a big first out. And I don't think in that spot, had the runners been off, it might have made that big of a difference.
That was a big league play by Correa right there. That ball kind of hopped up to the left at the last second. He was able to make the adjustment and get the ball in the glove. His only play was to rush to third base to get that out.
Red Sox are on a heater. They don't need any of my thoughts, but I would have run there. I would have. Good swing from Toro. And here now Willier, who had yesterday off. This is a very tough assignment for him against this left-hander. Willier, 247, 20 home runs and 58 driven in. You just feel like you need to cash it in here.
Especially against a guy like Valdez. You need to get him early.
Willier grounds one up the middle. It's going to be a double play. Pena steps on the bag, throws to first, two, double play. That hurts. Red Sox first and second, nobody out, and do not score. Not contact, but right into the defense. We go to the third. No score at Fenway in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. Check out the Passport, Pilot, Ridgeline, or CR-V during the Honda Summer event.
See dealer for financing details.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Across the country, everyday Americans are standing up to expand freedom and opportunity, not just for themselves, but for their neighbors and communities. They're small business owners, parents, farmers, and local leaders, people who are pushing back against government overreach and showing what's possible when liberty is protected and individuals get involved. I'm David Fromm, host of the American Potential podcast, where we bring these stories to life. We don't just talk about policy solutions. Each week, we share the impact of how these solutions benefit everyday Americans. Because behind every issue is an individual, a family, or a community that's been impacted, reminding us that policy becomes personal. So whether you're passionate about keeping more of your hard-earned money, expanding school choice, or cutting red tape, you'll hear from the people making a difference as they share their stories. Listen now to American Potential on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jones and Keith.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Leading off the top of the third inning, Ramon Urias against Lucas Giolito. Lucas pretty good so far. One hit, one walk after two. It's a difficult Houston club. His fastball hasn't quite been what we've seen in past, but he's locating pretty efficiently so far.
And as you said, you'll take that trade-off any day. Command is essential against a team, especially one that appears to want to swing so early in counts. Here is Ramon Urias, who takes a fastball up and in from Giolito, ball one. Doug Lane and Joe Weiler up top. Doug is mercilessly mocking me for the hiccups I had before the game, but we overcame. 1-0. A little high. Fastball, 2-0. David Azer back at the flagship WEEI. Get you caught up on the Subaru of New England scoreboard in just a moment. Of course, we were the only game in town. Now Tampa and LA underway to a swing and a miss. Good slider. There is a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Shout out to whoever's pulling the music in between these innings. A little AC/DC followed by some Dire Straits.
Let's go. 2-1 is a chopper foul. He didn't want to swing there, Urias, but he couldn't hold up, and a chopper down the line at the first base bag outside the chalk. 2-2.
You can tell a lot about how a pitcher's feeling on the mound judging by the swings, and so far the swings in this bat have not been good. A lot of guessing, a lot of hesitant swings, kind of just poking, guessing wrong, in fact.
2-2. Pitch in the dirt. Change up there from Giolito. Cedon is mic'd up on the Roku broadcast. Love to see one ripped at him into the gap. He is so smooth out there.
Do you think when he runs that actually whistles around him? You think he'll pick that up on the broadcast?
You almost see vapor streams, it's true. 3-2. Pitch. Pop up. Foul side of first. Does Wong have room? He does. On the warning track. Throws the mask away. One down. AC/DC and Dire Straits. Those are not often bedfellows. What was your playlist on the way to the ballpark today?
Oof. What was I listening? Oh, Pete Yorn.
I
of all
love
people.
Pete Yorn.
Pete Yorn. I'm a big Pete Yorn fan. I was going through his whole catalog.
You rip it on the guitar yourself?
I know a couple Pete Yorn songs. Yeah, absolutely. He's a sleeper for you folks out there. Check him out.
Very good. One out. Here's Jeremy Pena, the leadoff man. Swings and misses at a good breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Life on a Chain, hell of a song.
So good. Doesn't have a bad album out there. Just doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That can't possibly be true, but you know what? I'll take your word for it.
Trust me. Not a bad album.
0-1. One down in the second, rather the third. Pitch is outside, and it is 1-1. That's a good Sunday morning pick by you, Lenny, because it's not, you're not listening to jazz or elevator music, but it's not in your face too much. 1-1. Pop up right to Lenny. Pete Yorn would have had that play, but no, up over our heads, and it's 1-2.
Now that I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser, I don't have to get up for these games. I'm not competing on the field. I can listen to something just a little bit more laid back on my way to the ballpark.
That's good.
You know?
1-2. Lined foul. Down the right field side.
What was your list on the way? What do you got?
Silence.
Silence.
I got little kids.
Just your thoughts.
That's it.
Okay.
I just want to kind of be with me on the drive.
I get it. I get it.
Is Pete Yorn, does he sing It's a Strange Condition?
Yeah.
1-2. One down. The pitch is strike three called. Inside corner. Giolito painting here. Pena thinks that's a strange condition. They're two down.
Continues to pound the strike zone. It's a good pitch right there. Little late action, two-seam movement right on the corner. Froze him up.
By the way, that's the first strikeout of the game, brought to you by Weichert Realtors. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you got a partner who guide you every step of the way. Weichert. Dream, move home. Altuve to Booz, takes strike one. This is the good version, Lenny, of Lucas Giolito.
Yeah, that changeup right there. A lot of movement. Could have been a little lower, but the difference in velocity right there fooled Altuve. He wouldn't put a hack on it.
0-1. Pitch. Little outside. Slider. Not thrown many of those, which I normally think is a good sign for him. 1-1.
You know, just sprinkling it in every now and then just for a different level. Change your eye level a little bit, low and away. It's going to make that fastball up and in especially look that much more difficult to get to.
Continues to fuss with the IFB in his left ear, little earpiece. Hit it to short here. 1-1 pitch. You know, the thing is that misses outside. In some ways, that it's probably fair. Makes it even a little bit more hard for him to make plays in the outfield. He is an alien roaming that grass.
I mean, the struggle is real sometimes with the old IFB, right?
You live it. 2-1. High pop-up. Left side. Story with the shades. The old school flip-down glasses on. From the grass to the dirt. He's there. Inning over. Altuve sent down again. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Sox and Stros on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a do.
Do the do.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Hey, it's Roman Anthony. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Connor Wong to lead it off for the Red Sox, just around the corner from me as we go to the bottom of the third inning. No score. The Red Sox and the Astros in the Herb Chambers batting order. In this frame, Wong, then Refsnyder and Bregman, brought to you by Herb Chambers Infinity of Westboro. Wong started to swing it a little bit. He's been held on the bench so often this season because of how great Carlos Narvaez has been, but a couple hits last start, and here he is for the first time against Valdez. On the left side of the rubber, the lefty sets at the belt. He winds, he throws, and Wong takes a strike. There's another center cut fastball. I'm with you, Lenny. He hadn't done it always, and in fact, he does it to the guys he's not worried about in the Red Sox lineup, for lack of a better description. 0-1. Pitch. Wong fouls it off. It's not about whether you're a good hitter or not. It's whether you're hot or not. Like he nibbled to Story. He did the same to Bregman, but so many of these guys have 93 in the middle of the plate to begin their at-bats.
It just shows how important it is for Fromber to go out there and get strike one. And my first pitching coach in pro ball in Brooklyn for the Cyclones, Bobby Ojeda, told me, listen, 2, 3, 4 hole, they're going to get their hits. You got to go right after 7, 8, 9.
0-2 is softly grounded to third, but foul off of Wong's front foot. The Red Sox actually, Lenny, I mean, as great as they've been of late, the 9-hole hitter continues to be an issue.
And Connor's made adjustments. You know, his little 2-game streak, 3 for 7, 3 runs scored. He's finally got a couple extra base hits under his belt. Hopefully that gives him a little bit of momentum. But, you know, going after strike one's important, especially against a guy like Fromber, who continually is in the strike zone.
0-2. His 38th pitch is ripped foul down the right field line and out of play. 38 pitches is good. Red Sox have done a job early. It started with Refsnyder, who's out on deck. Third inning brought to you by Citgo, a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
What Valdez has done so far today is once he does get that fastball, if you swing through it, he just gets dirtier from there.
0-2. There's an example of that curveball. Good take by Wong. It's 1-2.
It's not going to get easier once he gets strike one. He starts to pick on the corners more. He starts throwing more into the mix as far as the secondary pitches.
1-2. At the belt. He says yes. He throws, and Wong grounds one on the right side. The second baseman, Urias, to his left gloves, and a little shove over the first in time, and Connor's gone. You know, Lenny, it helps when the Red Sox are playing well on a run. You can sort of step back without the strain of every pitch, every win and loss, and appreciate a guy like Framber Valdez, because this is one of the great pitchers in the game. And if you love baseball, there is real art in what he's doing.
I mean, it's a clinic, really. I mean, you could just look up every one of his starts and say, okay, if I want to be a successful pitcher, what is the recipe? What does he do very well? Get strike one. That's the biggest thing.
Here's Refsnyder, a pitch to him. Ground ball up the middle, and it is backhanded by Urias at second. Throw to first in time. They did make an adjustment. Rob was ready to swing, but good play at second, and they're 2 down. I mean, he didn't get the win last time, but 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Astros did not score for him against the Nationals. It's just unbelievable, Lenny, when you look at it. Since May the 2nd, his last loss, only one time has he allowed more than 3 earned runs. Bregman fouls it just beneath us. I was ready to leap up and make the play, but he didn't have enough juice.
I could hold your ankles like Looney Tunes style. You could go out and reach and grab that.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, that last outing, 6 innings, 12 strikeouts. And we talked early on about how this is his best clip in regards to strikeouts over, right behind back in 2020, the shortened season. He's at 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings.
He's only walked 44 in 137 innings. 0-1, Bregman hits it hard to third. You get the feeling Correa takes extra pleasure from fielding these balls off the bat of Bregman. He beautifully gloves, he throws to first, and Bregman is gone very quickly. Down go the Sox. In the third, pitcher's duel on a Sunday morning on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall, did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's Morning Lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We go to the 4th inning. Lucas Giolito trying to match wits with Framber Valdez, who's been great. Jesus Sanchez leads it off. New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. We get it on Sox Booth, Twitter, and X. Sanchez doubled his first time. The only Astro hit thus far. The pitch. Beauty. Strike on the outside corner. They giddy up a little bit there from Giolito. 93 miles an hour. And it's 0-1.
We talked earlier about getting around his fastball a little bit. He did an outstanding job staying behind it on top of that one.
0-1. Popped up. Third base side. It'll make the seats. All right, here's the question of the day. What do you think of today's 11:35 a.m. start time for the MLB Sunday leadoff series? Love it or hate it?
I love it.
Me too. I'll be grilling ribs in about 4 hours.
Right? 4 o'clock's for the birds.
I mean, I've got hiccups. My voice is raspy, but who cares?
Picked up everything you needed yesterday.
I got the Dr. Pepper, the brown sugar, the ribs. We're rolling, man. They're marinating as we speak. The 0-2 way high and outside. He wanted to do that, and it's 1-2.
I was talking to Doug Lane before the game, and he was talking lobsters.
I'm tired of Doug talking about lobsters. He always brings them when I'm not here. And he says, when could you use them? And I looked him dead in the eye and I said, tonight, the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Fastball, bottom of the zone. Giolito marching off the mound. Lenny, I think he is feeling himself right now in this 4th inning.
Tell you what, piggybacking off of his last outing, he had a really good one against Minnesota. 6 innings, 1 run. It's about pounding the strike zone, pitching with confidence, tons of conviction from the get-go.
There's Carlos Correa. The other thing about Doug is that he taunts me with how many lobster he currently have. As Correa takes one up in it, he's like, I got 5 in my hold. I'm like, well,
at all times.
What does that do for me?
When do you want him? Now.
Yeah.
Please.
It'd be really nice. I got family in town. He'd like to. Here's a drive deep to left field. It's going to give the Astros the lead. Correa leaves Fenway, 3rd row of the monster seats, and it's 1-0 Houston. Wow. Center cut fastball. He did not miss it.
Yeah, just a mistake pitch by Giolito right there. You don't want to throw that right down the middle, especially against a guy like Correa. He could do a ton of damage. Went 1-0. 92 right down the middle.
So his first homer back with the Astros gives them a lead. He just earned himself some surf and turf on the plane after the game. With Valdez on the mound, that feels like a big swing from Correa. Here's Christian Walker. Giolito throws. Swing and miss. Good slider there, and it's strike 1.
It's a solo shot. You go out there and you give up one of those every now and then. You can live to tell the tale, right? It's about how you bounce back from there. Make that adjustment.
0-1. Pitch. Foul. First base side. 4th inning, by the way, brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That's his 4th homer against Giolito for Correa. Roku telecast tells us that's the most he has against any pitcher. There's a pitch outside to Christian Walker, and it's 1-2. Felt like a great fit for Correa. Kind of mired in Minnesota. It never quite worked out for him. He's on the back 9 of his career. And he just feels so comfortable with the Astros. Winning club. He knows the city so very well.
When you picture Correa, do you ever picture him in a Minnesota uniform?
No.
I never got comfortable with that.
No, not ever. 1-2. Line drive foul down the left field line toward the seats. And out of play.
It's a perfect swing for a changeup. Kind of recognized it a quarter way through the swing, but couldn't stop. Kept the barrel way out in front.
Do you mean perfect for Walker or Giolito?
Giolito.
Yeah. So what does he do here?
I want to see something high and tight right here.
It was a slider, and he got away with one there. It's fouled off. Giolito upset with himself on the mound. It's 1-2.
He's yelling into the glove right there. Yeah, I mean, you sometimes when you get away with it, when it's fresh, you can make that adjustment right away.
1-2. Run in, pitch. Popped up. Behind first base, the second baseman, Romy, goes out, and in comes Abreu, but Romy takes charge. He makes the play. And they're 2 down.
That was the pitch I was looking for on the previous turn, 93 up and in.
It's almost like you know what you're talking about. League leaders who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. They give a poop about your pipes. Blue Jays lead the AL East. Red Sox in second place alone, 4 games back. Half a game ahead of the Yanks. Here's Yainer Diaz, a ground ball to short, should end the inning. Backhanded by Story. Throw to first. Good little stretch there by Toro to keep his foot on the bag, and the inning is over. One mistake. Correa goes deep. 1-0. Bottom 4 next. Astros lead on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
On we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Red Sox trail the Astros 1-0. Big boys coming up here. Roman Anthony to lead it off, and then Romy Gonzalez and Trevor Story in the Herb Chambers batting order in this fourth inning. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lincoln of Norwood and Lincoln of Westboro. Jimmy Polino, who does such a wonderful job running the operations here on the players lot and does so many things to help so many players, is with us. And I have a really good feeling. Nobody loves the Red Sox more. Nobody cares more about the outcomes of these games. And it's been a very difficult week for Jimmy and his family. Lost their mom, Elizabeth. Had the memorial service yesterday, and we're thinking about her. We're thinking about the family, and it is a delight to have Jimmy back at Fenway. It does not feel the same without him. Here's Roman Anthony as Framber Valdez, who's been awesome, into the wind. Roman swings and fouls one off on the first base side. That is strike one. Jimmy was kind enough to share the wonderful obituary that was shared about his lovely mother, Elizabeth, who loved to bring her grandsons to Fenway Park. Big Red Sox fan, and apparently her favorite place, Polly's Pancake Parlor. Justin Turner made a trip there. I got to get there myself. If it's that good, I got to get there. 0-1 to Roman. Pitch is a little bit outside, and it's 1-1. Hey, Doug. 1-1 strike to Roman Anthony, who's been an absolute revelation. He steps out as the home plate umpire, Brian Honora, is going to do some little housekeeping on the front edge of the plate. 1-1 strike. Jimmy has seen so many great young players come through Fenway and got to know them, has so many relationships with them. The 1-1 is outside in the dirt. Good take. Jimmy, it's great to see you, man. We're with you. We're with your family. Fenway's not the same without you. God bless your mother, and thanks for coming back to Fenway.
Thank all you guys, and thank you to the Red Sox family.
It'll be hard. I get it. I lost my dad in October. 2-1. The pitch to Roman. Driven high and deep. Into left center field. It's back in the track, and it's off the green. And Roman Anthony is into second base with a stand-up double. I'm telling you, Elizabeth is with us. Some good mojo for the Red Sox at a leadoff double in the fourth inning.
Tell you what, he continues to make adjustments in game, at bat to at bat. This is a tough customer, Framber Valdez, lefty, but he was able to keep the hands back right there, drive it to the gap, using the wall effectively. We see left-handed hitters do that all the time. When they want to get right lefty, you got to think the opposite way.
The answers are always the other way, particularly here at Fenway. Not a real good play out there by Trammell, you'd have to say. All right, here's Romy, who takes a pitch outside. Ball one. I've never, ever, Lenny, ever wanted Romy to hit a homer more than right here and right now for Jimmy, his mom, his family. 1-0 Astros in the fourth. Pitch to Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. He was trying to. Change up. And it's 1-1. Everybody focuses on the people that wear the uniform, Lenny, that manage the team, that coach the team, that pick the players. 1-1, the pitch. Romy takes the ball. Fenway is not what Fenway is without people like Jimmy, where there is a passion for what the organization is. There's a love for the guys who walk through the doors, and there's a true professionalism and reliability. And this man between us exudes that more than almost anybody I know with the whole organization. 2-1 to Romy. He is outside a curveball, and it's 3-1.
Well, he's the first face I see every day when I come to the ballpark. He's the first face, he's the first voice, and he's always give me insight. He's like, I ask him, but what do you think today? What's going to happen today? What do we got?
Giolito's going to strike out 15. We're going to beat him 12-0.
He wants it. He wants it, and he believes it.
I love that optimism. It always gets my mind right. This is a big pitch coming right here. I mean, at the least, Romy wants to get Anthony over to third, but he's thinking about bigger things than that right here. 3-1. Fromber throws. Romy takes ball 4. Excellent plate appearance. So he's aboard. 2 on, none out for the second time in 3 innings. And here now, I know, Jimmy, that Trevor Story is one of your favorites. It's been so fun to watch him surge.
He's on fire right now.
Now they're going to have a meeting on the mound with Correa and the catcher Diaz with Fromber Valdez. Lenny, it's pretty obvious. Story is not bunting here. This is a chance for an extra base hit to try to lift off for the Red Sox.
Absolutely. You know, Fromber, I don't want to say scuffled, but he's worked throughout this game, starting from the first at-bat. They put together really good at-bats. Ref Snyder, Romy seeing a lot of pitches. Roman Anthony making an adjustment right there, driving the baseball. But this is, out of everybody, this is the guy you want at the plate right now. An absolute RBI machine. See what kind of adjustment he can make right now.
Awesome at bat last time, as you said. 2 on, none out. 1-0 Astros. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway, supporting Red Sox scholars. Here we go. 2 on, none out. Trevor swings and lines one into right field. That's a base hit. Anthony's going to be waved home. No throw. Tie game. Elizabeth Paulino, that's for you. And the Red Sox level the game at 1.
Tie.
This ballpark, this franchise, this man, there's magic around all of them, and the Red Sox have leveled the game. And by the way, it's a double for Story, who's scorching hot, and the Red Sox still have him at second and third.
How many times have we talked today about getting a good pitch to hit on pitch number 1? Valdez is continually inside the strike zone trying to get ahead. Trevor Story was ready and waiting, drove the ball for the second consecutive bat the other way, and a great piece of base running right there. Recognized that the outfielder missed the cutoff man and was able to get in the scoring position.
Awesome. And here is Cedon with the infield in, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul, actually, and a curveball, and it's 0-1. You know, Lenny, I think little by little, Cedon looking more like himself, the hitter that went into the All-Star break. Trevor's Story since the 1st of June, the most RBIs in the American League with 46. He's been unbelievable. 0-1 to Cedon. Got to take the lead here. 0-1. Valdez sets. He throws. Cedon swings and fouls it. That was really good there. A little late on a fastball, but it is 0-2.
It's another great swing right there. You know, for Cedon Rafaela, you want him to be aggressive. You want him to be able to do damage on mistake pitches. But Valdez in the strike zone continually. Let's see if he can put the barrel on the ball, square it up.
Big spot here, too. You can take the lead without a hit. 0-2 count. Fenway alive, as it so often has been this month. Cedon waits, the pitch. Swing and a drive.
Yes.
Into left field, base hit. Romy scores. They will hold Story at third.
Seti.
Let's go. 2-1 Red Sox.
That kid. Another one on fire.
My goodness. Another good piece of hitting right there. Pulling the baseball. When Alex Cora talks about Rafaela, you know, oftentimes we think about driving the ball the other way. Rafaela, you want him to pull the baseball, get something, enter third, and drive it.
I told you, Lenny, I had a feeling.
Seti.
Had a feeling this young man came into the booth. Here now, Abraham Toro, and the Red Sox are thinking crooked number now. They've got the lead. Story at third. Cedon with a lefty on the mound. He might not run, but he's been great. Stole a base yesterday. A little lob throw over to first, and Cedon skips back to the bag.
Well, I hope you guys didn't have any other plans today, because you're not going anywhere now. You got to stay right here.
Nobody out, 2 runs in. The pitch to Toro a little bit low, and Cedon is going to go. Is that a balk? Yes, it is. The Red Sox are going to get another run in. Valdez did not come set. He did not pause, and it's 3-1.
Pressure's mounting.
Fully in his head. And here comes the Astro pitching coach. Lenny, this is what has happened here this last month at Fenway Park. The fans are so into it. The Red Sox, about the best home team in all of baseball, and you can tell it's getting to Valdez here.
Well, you said it in the first inning. This crowd at Fenway Park was engaged. They were roaring from the get-go, and this club, this Red Sox offense, has been really, really good against left-handed pitching continually throughout the season. They've been working Framber Valdez hard from the get-go, putting together good at-bats, making adjustments in game. And the pressure's just been mounting.
So that's 3-1. It's been double, walk, double, single, balk, 3 runs in.
You can't take your foot off the pedal right here. Cannot take your foot off the pedal. You got to continue to put the ball in play.
So we get into existence, Jimmy. Toro, right-handed hitter. Pitch is a little bit low. And the best part, too, is he's thrown a bunch of pitches. I mean, this is now 57 thrown by Valdez. We're only in the bottom of the 4th inning. There's something special happening with this Red Sox team, especially in this ballpark. 3-1. Toro takes a pitch that's off the glove of the catcher. It's a wild one. Story takes a big turn, around third. And he's over at third base. That hit a lot of leather, I thought. That should probably be a pass ball. The Red Sox will take it. Valdez is sort of rattled here at Fenway, and it's 3-0.
You can tell they're in his head a little bit because he's a guy that goes out there and throws first pitch strikes. The first 2 pitches at this at-bat, really not close.
They're going to call that a wild pitch. Infield in again.
And we have history with Framber.
We do. 3-0. Toro fouls it off. We remember the game in the ALCS when they rocked him, and then all of a sudden he comes out of the dugout, different colored glove. The ball is spinning better.
And dominated us.
He did. I don't think the Red Sox have forgotten that. Got to pile it on right here. 3-1 the score. Nobody out. Cedon at third. 3-1 count. Valdez sets. He comes home, and Toro chops it on the third base side. It's going to be a swinging bunt hit. It's picked up by Valdez. He cannot throw it to first. The Red Sox are doing a little bit of everything. The hits keep coming, and they've got him at first and third with nobody out.
I'm thinking if Rafaela goes off contact right there, he's got a decent shot scoring.
No doubt.
With his speed.
No question, but in that spot, no reason.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Out.
Yeah.
And now, left on left, Wilyer Abreu trying to just put the ball in play. I mean, he always thinks big fly. He's got his A swing at all times. But this does become a spot, Lenny, where you just feel like you need to get that 4th run in. And maybe more than that. First and third. The infield basically remains in. Sox trying to sweep the Astros. Wilyer hit a ball hard, but right to short his last time. That ended up being a double play.
When Wilyer's at his best, you're seeing line drives, right center gap.
Pitch to him is a bunt back to the mound. Coming home. It's
safe.
Valdez can't
4-1.
It's a safety squeeze RBI.
Unbelievable.
And the Red Sox lead it 4-1.
We did that successfully.
Completely surprised Valdez. And that ball was bunted extremely hard. Just got past him.
I love playing small ball left on left.
Framber was not expecting that out of the Red Sox right there.
I think Cedon might have been safe even if he fields it cleanly. I love the sneak attack. It's rolling for Elizabeth, and the Red Sox lead it 4-1. Unreal. He gets the RBI. They're going to credit him with a sacrifice.
4 runs since we...
Come on, Jimmy.
They've just been relentless since you guys showed up in the booth.
I told you it was going to happen.
And we've been dominating at Fenway, which I love to see.
Here's Wong. He thought about bunting there. This would be a different kind of play to get 2 more in scoring position. He took a fastball high, ball 1, 4-1 Red Sox. You'd love a bunt here. I mean, you got the top of the order and Refsnyder on deck. Valdez sets. They crash in at the corner as he swears does Wong, and he sees one in the dirt. Everybody up a base. Second and third. It might not be Angels in the outfield, it's Angels in the broadcast booth as the Red Sox are going crazy here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
And Diaz is scuffling a little bit behind the plate. That's two balls that, the first one was a pass ball, but that ball hit his glove, completely yanked it to the left.
I think he should have had both of them. They're going to call it a wild pitch. I don't agree with that.
They got a lot of leather.
Yeah. All right, now second and third infield in, 2-0. 4-1 Red Sox. The pitch to Wong. Swing at a high fly into right field. This is going to be deep enough to get the run in. Toro tagging at third, right in front of the bullpen. It's caught. He'll come home. Wong has a sac fly. It's 5-1 Red Sox. It's an avalanche. And the Red Sox getting all over Framber Valdez.
Outstanding at bat right there, just doing a job. Getting the ball to the outfield, runner at third base.
That bell is not only for the 5 runs, but it's for Hackman Wealth Partners with 4 offices around Boston. They're the premier retirement planning specialists. You need to get this next run in, too. They got 5 in with Toro over at third, the pitch. Refsnyder fouls it off on the first base side. I found myself, Lenny, using the word special a lot lately. And there's just an energy around this team that is impossible to ignore. They find ways to push.
It's about making adjustments, and they've done that. We're in the fourth inning right now, and you can see legitimate adjustments from at-bat to at-bat.
0-1 to Refsnyder. Infield stays in. The pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball. Abreu coming home. He's going to score. Yes. It's an RBI ground out for Refsnyder.
That's a 6-run inning.
Dozen for Elizabeth and James. Let's go. Red Sox all over the Astros 6-1.
That's a 6-run inning.
You put the ball in play. You got runners on base, put the ball in play. We talked to Trevor Story last night in the postgame show about what kind of adjustment they were looking to make as far as cutting down the strikeouts, making sure they're making contact in certain scenarios, and that's what they're doing.
Nobody happier in the world. And Jimmy, here's Alex Bregman. Pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner.
Nice sweep here.
Why not? 7 of 8. Sweep the Stros, get above the Yankees, and see what happens with the Blue Jays. They are waiting a little bit to begin their game with the Kansas City Royals. 0-1 misses inside. The Red Sox have been great to Jimmy. He's been great to all the players. Lenny, you've lived it yourself. It's such a wonderful thing when the first person you see when you come to work has a smile and a positive attitude. The 1-1 line foul outside of third, and nobody embodies that in the whole organization better than the man between us right now.
I mean, one thing I learned when I came over in 2004, Bronson Arroyo told me, he's like, listen, when the Red Sox win, the fans are extremely happy. When they lose, they put the knife and fork down, they skip meals. Yeah. They're ticked off.
It's true.
And Jimmy, you are that. You're mad when I leave the ballpark and they play. The
is ripped into right field. It will be caught by Sanchez, and the inning is over. Well, we're with your whole family, Jimmy. It is you're a delight. We're thinking about Elizabeth, and what an inning for her.
What an inning that was. 6 runs.
We love you.
Red Sox lead at 6-1.
Go ahead, Jimmy. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
You've built a great podcast. The content's solid, the audience is growing, but the money, still not where it should be. That's where the Odyssey Creator Lab comes in. We host your podcast for free, so you can keep doing your thing, while our experienced sales team does their thing, finding advertisers and bringing in revenue. No fees, no stress, just real monetization. Apply now at creators.odyssey.com and let us show you the money. Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Taylor Trammell leads it off in the top of the 5th. Red Sox put 6 up. We can't let Jimmy leave now. I mean, are you kidding me? you keep a good thing around. Will Middlebrooks and Lou Merlone would decapitate me if I let the good luck charm out of the booth. Trammell walked his first time, and he takes fastball for strike 1.
If you're Lucas Giolito right now, you're pounding the strike zone. You're going right after these hitters. You're getting your offense right back in the dugout.
Yeah, walks are not good here. 0-1. Closing in on a series sweep. The pitch misses in. You know, the Red Sox came out of the break, and everybody knew it. It was Phillies, it was Cubs, it was Dodgers. Survived the gauntlet. They did that. 4-5 in that stretch. Then they take a series from the Twins, about to sweep the Astros if things hold. What a response. The 1-1 swing and a miss at a fastball. And it's 1-2. He's doing what you said, Lenny. Just throw strikes in this spot.
You know, you get through the gauntlet, and the schedule does lay up a little bit getting into September. You're going to face the Athletics a ton.
1-2 is a little bit outside.
Get the Pirates at one point. You're talking, that's 9 games there where you should be able to win, take a ton of those.
I think what's cool about what Alex Cora has done, not only with the lineup, but the mindset of this team, they don't care who they're playing. They come ready to go. The 2-2 swing and a foul. Change up there. He just got a piece of it. And it stays 2-2.
You're right. You can't change your mindset when it comes to facing big league clubs. I don't care if it's the Pirates, the White Sox, or wherever. The Athletics swept this Houston Astros club, took 4 from them. So you have to go out there and keep the foot to the pedal.
I think the combination of Alex Cora, Alex Bregman, and the young guys has done so much for that. 2-2. High pop-up. First base side. Will it stay in the yard? Yes, it will. Wong will yield to Toro in foul ground. He makes the play. And Giolito does the job. 1 down. Code word of the game is rookie power. All one, rookie power. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. But Lenny, you've been on great teams. You were on a world champion team. Rookies, veterans, all with a common purpose. It feels like everything is kind of coalescing right now.
It's all hands on deck, right? Your starter's not always going to give you a solid 7 innings. And yesterday's a good example. The bullpen, they held the line. The offense was making adjustments. And
Mauricio Dubon takes strike 1.
They kept after it throughout that game. If you go out there and you get 7 from your starter, the bullpen doesn't have to go out there and get deep.
6-1 Red Sox, top of the 5th. Bregman in at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Great slider. And it's 0-2. Jimmy, you've gotten to know Lucas Giolito. You know, it's great to see these guys, Story, Giolito, who coming off injury, really impacting this team.
Yes, it is. And their veteran presence, they're big leaguers, and it's great being around the young guys like Roman and, of course, Marcelo and even Rafaela and some of the guys that came up last year. We definitely see the leadership around the clubhouse. I think it's been awesome, and Alex is always talking about you got to take care of the kids, and I think we do a good job of doing that.
No doubt about it. 0-2, 1 down, 6-1 Sox. Giolito throws. Dubon really crowds the plate. A fastball up and in, 1-2. And that's intentional by Alex Cora. When he came up, the culture was almost like a military or fraternity mindset. And he said, you know what, I want the rookies to feel like they're part of this thing. And they certainly have. But veterans set the tone. 1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball in on the hands. Giolito's got his 3rd strikeout. And they're 2 down.
It's a great job going 0-2 right there, throwing something way, way up. He took it, but then staying up there and doubling up with the fastball, 93. Couldn't get to it.
And I think, too, the biggest one of all was Alex Bregman. I mean, those guys keep gravitating to him, and just they're being shown the way now, and it's really showing on the field.
Ramon Urias takes the ball. It is amazing, Jimmy and Lenny, how much of a difference one person can make. We heard about this from afar. The minute Pregame showed up, it's eye-opening. All the parts of this team he impacts. The 1-0 foul back to the screen. Slider 1-1.
Gio's doing exactly what Lenny said. He's pounding his zone now. This is the good Giolito.
Look out, Lenny. See this? He got a half inning under his belt, and now he's comfortable, and he's stealing your job.
He's very comfortable. You said it. You said I was about to say that.
One thing Jimmy can do is talk. The 1-1 pitch is grounded foul outside of third. What a fun time this is for the Red Sox. Changeup that was yanked out of play by Urias, and it's 1-2.
You're right, though. We can see an uptick in tempo.
Well, I love it. Just keep the foot on the gas. 2 down, top 5. 5-run Red Sox lead. Here's the pitch. High fly into center field. Cedon can do this in his sleep. Canicorni makes the play. 2 hands. Wow. Inning over. You can't go anywhere, Jimmy. 6-1 after 4.5
Giolito.
on the shots. And Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Across the country, everyday Americans are standing up to expand freedom and opportunity, not just for themselves, but for their neighbors and communities. They're small business owners, parents, farmers, and local leaders, people who are pushing back against government overreach and showing what's possible when liberty is protected and individuals get involved. I'm David Fromm, host of the American Potential podcast, where we bring these stories to life. We don't just talk about policy solutions. Each week, we share the impact of how these solutions benefit everyday Americans. Because behind every issue is an individual, a family, or a community that's been impacted, reminding us that policy becomes personal. So whether you're passionate about keeping more of your hard-earned money, expanding school choice, or cutting red tape, you'll hear from the people making a difference as they share their stories. Listen now to American Potential on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Kristen Press.
And I'm Tobin Heath.
We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of The Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, change makers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Farmer Valdez a little rattled as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-1 Red Sox. We had a successful marriage proposal. If anybody was wearing a Cedon jersey these days, well, how can you ever say no?
That's right.
As that gentleman was. Valdez, 7 hits in 4 innings. Now this is now easily his worst start of the year. And that's the way this Red Sox offense has been going. They are all over everybody. Red Sox on EI brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the Ford Summer Sales Event. Here's Roman. Takes a strike, sinker in the outside corner, 0-1.
He's still only at 71 pitches, 51 strikes. That's what he does. He throws strikes. Goes right after hitters.
0-1 outside. Well, Roman does not swing at balls. He's been unreal. Everyone here remembers when Mookie arrived, Xander, so many great young players. For me, this has been the most eye-opening debut of any of those guys. This is his 46th game as he takes a pitch that barely clips the bottom of the zone, a sinker, and it's 1-2. Looks like he's been here for 10 years.
And that's just going to translate to getting better pitches to hit. We've talked about the power. That's going to come. But when you have an eye like that, the pitchers recognize it, and they start to come in the strike zone more often.
You know what's about to come, too, is a lot more home runs. Not against this pitcher necessarily. 1-2 to Roman. Pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Valdez tried to glove it. He couldn't. Pena gloves and throws to first in time. Yeah, there's one down. I would be willing to wager every penny to my name that this is the first time in Major League Baseball history that two people have batted consecutively with the first name Roman. I mean, Romy, that is his official first name. Anthony and Gonzalez. As my homie digs in, homered yesterday. Had a big part in this one today, both offensively and defensively. He takes a borderline fastball that's called a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1.
And I love the fact that Roman Anthony's dad's name is Anthony.
So is his brother. We got Tony Anthony and Anthony Anthony.
I missed that bus.
Did he just get an automatic strike violation? Wow. Swing and a miss. That's crazy. I guess he wasn't looking at the pitcher. He saw two pitches and he's gone. Yeah. 2 down. I'll bring up Trevor Story. Where would this Red Sox team and season be without this guy? He has been unbelievable. That's only the second strikeout of the afternoon for Valdez as Trevor takes a pitch down. And Framber is being very careful with Trevor here this afternoon. He knows he's red hot.
Yeah, he's coming off a 12 strikeout performance his last time out.
1-0. Pitch. Trevor takes another ball. You know, Lenny, the numbers jump off the page for Trevor, and the homers at 18, the RBIs, now it's 69. That's important. But there's one other number that to me is by far the most important. 2-0 is fouled off, and that is this is his 109th game played.
That's the biggest difference. Being available day in and day out. When Trevor Story was back in a Red Sox uniform coming off of an injury, it's difficult to go out there with the confidence to think that you can go out there and play to that level and the expectations day in and day out. But he's back to that point right now. 2 down, bottom 5, 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He got fooled there. That is part of what makes Valdez so great. I mean, today in baseball, there's no such thing really as a fastball count, but Story's certainly looking for one, and Framber pulled the string. This is his 445th plate appearance of the year. Story. He's just done damage, and I think the impact of his swings have been greater than almost anybody on the team. 2-2. Here it is. Trevor swings and fouls it off. If you look at where he was in May, batting 158 with a 432 OPS, since then, his last 52 games since the 1st of June, 296 coming into this game, 884 OPS. He basically doubled his stats.
He's also the easiest guy in the universe to root for. I mean, he's humble, he's kind, he works hard. 2-2. Valdez throws. Trevor swings and misses. Great curveball. And the inning is over. However, after 5, Red Sox 6, Astros 1 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall. Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's morning lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
It's colossal lobster roll season at the 99 restaurant. Choose hot buttered or traditional with celery and mayo. Both built to the hilt with chunks of tender North Atlantic lobster. Served with fries and coleslaw. Enjoy it with friends for a limited time. You gotta love the Nines.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6-1 Red Sox against the Astros as we go into the top of the sixth inning. If you want to win free groceries for a year, great prizes like $500 in Shaw's gift cards. Enter the Shaw's and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweeps for a hometown team. That would be the Boston Red Sox. If they hit a Grand Slam, win free groceries for a year. Here's Jeremy Pena speaking of hometown. Giolito throws, and Pena right back to the mound. Giolito, he gloves, and then he almost did a little Dikembe Mutombo with the right index finger. Not this time. One pitch, one out.
The 71st pitch of the game right there, continuing to roll. He's only given up 2 hits, 1 walk in this outing so far.
Well, efficiency is so important here now, Lenny, because the Red Sox want Giolito, in a perfect world, to take him home. But with 71 pitches, at least a couple more innings. Here's Altuve. A little looper into shallow left field. Story leaps after he can't get it. That's going to dunk down for a hit. Anthony plays it off the turf. And Altuve is aboard with a 1-out hit.
Just tip your cap to that. A good piece of hitting right there. Getting the barrel to it. Not hard hit at all. Just hit where nobody was.
You know, they're starting to stir a little bit in the bullpen. It looks like Hicks is roaming around. Maybe Chris Murphy throwing a baseball. Steven Matz, too. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England Metal Roofing.com.
Yes, Matz was very good yesterday. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there again today.
He really did shove it. Seems like a very pleasant guy. Came over from the Cardinals a few days ago. Here's Jesus Sanchez. Just doubled and struck out. 1 on, 1 out in this top of the sixth inning. Giolito throws. Foul on the third base side.
Talking about Steven Matz, one thing I really liked about his outing yesterday was not afraid to go right after hitters. If you're in a bullpen role, you can't mess around. Get ball 1, ball 2. No, you got to go strike 1, strike 2 right away, and he did that yesterday for sure.
0-1 pitch. Little looper into right field. Not hit hard. Abreu with the shades on is there.
Is it Willie?
To make the play. Yeah, and they're 2 down. Great stuff from Giolito. You know, it's interesting. If the Red Sox hold on here, they'll leave this series with the same amount of wins as the Astros. And I found myself, Lenny, in the last couple of days just looking at the overall standings and saying, goodness, the Red Sox have almost as many wins as the teams that everybody talks about as the juggernauts in the sport.
And at the end of May, I think everybody thought the sky was falling, to be honest. You didn't see this happening, right?
Carlos Correa, who homered his last time. He takes a slider for strike 1.
And on the other side of the coin, at the beginning of the season in spring training, everybody was thinking that this is the club you're going to see from the start of the season.
0-1 pitch. Hard on the ground to the left side, and of course, Bregman has it. He throws to second. Gotcha, my old teammate. Inning over. Cuts down the runner at second. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Red Sox 6, Astros 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Follow and listen to Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Every business starts with a dream. Sometimes the dream is simple, like expanding from online to brick and mortar. Sometimes the dreams are bigger, like opening 30 locations in the next 30 months. Whatever the dream, our advisors can help you find comprehensive insurance to protect your business, employee benefits to take care of your people, and private client insurance and wealth management for when your dream comes true. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Learn more at Baldwin.com.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Hey Boston, need more room? At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That means our team of storage experts is there for you, in person or online, to help you find the space you need. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Find storage in Boston and move in today.
Across the country, everyday Americans are standing up to expand freedom and opportunity, not just for themselves, but for their neighbors and communities. They're small business owners, parents, farmers, and local leaders, people who are pushing back against government overreach and showing what's possible when liberty is protected and individuals get involved. I'm David Fromm, host of the American Potential podcast, where we bring these stories to life. We don't just talk about policy solutions. Each week, we share the impact of how these solutions benefit everyday Americans. Because behind every issue is an individual, a family, or a community that's been impacted, reminding us that policy becomes personal. So whether you're passionate about keeping more of your hard-earned money, expanding school choice, or cutting red tape, you'll hear from the people making a difference as they share their stories. Listen now to American Potential on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Red Sox lead the Astros 6-1. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority. The Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions of this game cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Boston Red Sox. The man that Jimmy calls Seti will lead it off. Cedar Rafaela. He's had a good day. Couple of base hits. He takes a sinker outside for ball one. He has had a breakout season, Rafaela. And when he usually takes ball one, good things to follow. 1-0 is a strike. I love that take too, Lenny, because when he's right, he does not make decisions before a pitch comes in.
Yeah, you want him to be aggressive, but you want him to be able to put that A swing on a mistake pitch.
1-1. Here it is. He takes low. Again, really good. That patience is so encouraging. Yeah, and it is 2-1. He's got 14 homers and 50 driven in.
Yeah, our hitting staff has worked so hard to get him quality at bats, and it's really showing now.
And speaking of, good take down and in, 3-1. Yes, Pete and Ben and Dylan, Lawson, Rosenthal, Fatsy in reverse order. They just want him to not pre-prescribe what he wants to do. He's hit by a pitch here. Fastball up and in.
Still sick.
Red Sox will take it. Leadoff man is aboard. It looked like it got him in the middle of the back, and I don't know whether that had any intent. Alex Cora's walking around in the dugout like he thought maybe there was something behind that.
I don't see it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
In a 6-1 game, although that was high and tight, got him on the left tricep. I mean, remember, last time Cedar ripped that pitch on the third base line, kind of that swinging bunch.
If you go back 2 innings, Fromber, his misses have all kind of been glove side. He's been yanking the ball to that side.
With the score the way it is, you wouldn't think so. As Toro takes inside. Of course, everything has the backdrop of yesterday with Neris and Kyle Hudson and Jose David Flores. And the allegations, anyway, the Red Sox were doing something
Yeah, but Huddy wasn't having any of that.
No, and I love that. Here's Toro, takes the pitch outside, 1-1.
Neither was Hudson. Fiery Flores was in the mix, too.
Yes.
He was ready.
Love them all.
He had Jack Johnson and Thomas O'Leary on deck, ready to go.
1-1.
And the Astros got old friend Caleb Ward up.
It was good yesterday, 1-1. Cedar at first, a chopper to the left side. Correa will go to second for one. Relay to first, not in time. Toro beats it down the line. I think emotionally, the way this group has gone, a couple things happen at the same time, which encourage you so much, and that is, you know, the Wally mask is going, the turbulent plane celebration, so they experience joy collectively. But then if you're going to get in the face of one of ours, they're all right there and ready to go. And that is a hallmark of the very best Red Sox teams. Here's Wilyer Abreu, who swings and misses. It's 0-1.
And Alex is one of the first guys out of the dugout. He was ready to go.
He was. He told Neris, get off of my grass.
Yes, the switch flicks pretty quick with this group.
It does. Here's
They got
Willier.
fire.
0-1. Runner goes. They got him picked off. Throw to second. Nicely done. Toro just went on first move. He's down at second. I don't hate the idea, but Valdez, nice job. 2 down.
Yeah, I mean, you just guessed wrong right there. If you're going to take the bag, especially against a lefty, you've got to go on first move, and that's exactly what he did.
So 1-3-6. He's gone. And now Abreu with the bases empty. 2 down. It's 0-1.
All right, I'm getting pressured here. I got to give a shout out to my son Dante, who knows the park well. He's home listening and very happy we're winning. So I promised him I would, and there it is, Dante.
Well,
all right, buddy.
It's all good, and I don't want you to go down this road because I've been where you are very recently, and I know it's hard. But I know that your mom loved bringing him to this ballpark.
Yes, that's the one, yes.
And that's the great thing about this place, this sport, this thing that we do and love so much, is that it brings generations together. And both of them thrilled right now with a 6-1 Red Sox lead. 1-1 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. He tried to check his swing. Did he? No.
Yes, he's very thrilled that we have a 5-run lead in Fenway right now. Let me tell you.
Aren't we all? This thing has a different feel. And that's why when everyone in town felt like the sky was falling after they didn't add Ryan and others at the deadline, I just pushed back on that big time. 1-2, the pitch. Abreu, soft ground ball on the first base side to second. It's handled there. And a throw to first in time. Arias, nice job of the Red Sox. Retired in the 6th. We go to the 7th. 6-1 Red Sox lead. Giolito back to the mound after this. From the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Hey, it's Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst and certified financial planner. You may have heard me dispensing financial advice on the radio before, but did you know you can get my money tips on demand with my podcast, Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger? If you have a question about a major financial decision in your life, this is the show for you. Follow and listen to Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Giolito on the mound again for the top of the 7th inning. What a day. 7 runs total, 6 of them in the Red Sox run column. And Gio rolling along. You'll see Christian Walker to lead it off for the Astros. And then Yainer Diaz and Victor. Check that. We got Walker, Diaz, and Trammell in this inning. The pitch is a little bit outside, a slider. And it is 1-0 from Giolito. He's only thrown 77 pitches. If he's quick here, why not think about the 8th for him?
I'm on board. Send him back out. He's been really solid today, very efficient, pounding the strike zone.
1-0 is a little bit outside.
Pitch count is not too high either. He can certainly do one more for us if they ask him to.
2-0, 6-1. Red Sox have out hit the Astros 7-3. 2-0. Pitch. Chopper high toward third. Leaping grab by Bregman. He plants. Throws to first. Come on. Get out of town.
How about Alex Bregman?
Wow. Behind the third base bag. A bullet, and there's one away.
That is an absolute elephant gun for an arm right there. Are you kidding me? Just to get to that ball, set his feet, and throw it on a line right to the chest.
Wow, it's a big play for Giolito and the bullpen. He's had a phenomenal day defensively. Again,
It's the biggest
This
difference.
is why they brought him in and said third base is yours.
Pure consistency. You know it's going to happen every time the ball is hit to him.
One out. Here's Yainer Diaz. Strike right there on the inside corner. The Red Sox are going to get a deal done with Pregame. They are. He's not going anywhere. They'll tack on years. But he loves it here. They love having him. And he's going to be a fixture. 0-1, the pitch. He is outside. Bounced a slider. And it is 1-1. Subaru of New England scoreboard. The Dodgers and Rays in the 5th inning. Scoreless. And Atlanta and Cincinnati. That's the game at Bristol Motor Speedway that was rained out last night. What an amazing scene that was. Braves 3-1 in the second as a ground ball again to third. Bregman backhands it. He throws to first, little in front of the bag, and Toro, the former Astro, tags out Diaz, 2 down.
Giolito continues to be really efficient.
And I can't overstate how important it is in a pitcher's mentality on the mound when he knows that the defense behind him is going to be super consistent. That allows him to go and attack hitters, pitch to contact, stay inside the strike zone.
And the Red Sox have not had that for a few years running. A lot to love about a brand new Subaru. 2 down. Here's Taylor Trammell. A little bit outside. Lenny, that's a real thing, huh? If you know plays are going to be made behind you, you're more willing to pound the strike zone.
And on the other side of the coin, if you feel like it's not going to be made out there, you're starting to feel like you have to do it yourself. You start to look for strikeouts.
1-0. That was a ball. Curveball down and in.
When you're trying to punch people out, you pitch differently.
The word that keeps being brought up is depth this year. We're long. We have with depth, deep, rotation-wise, bullpen-wise. We haven't had this probably since 2021.
2-0. That was a fun year. Pitch onto the outside corner for a strike. Particularly the lineup. And I love how Alex Cora has mixed and matched this lineup. And it's working again today.
And he's one of the best at doing that.
2-1. Swing and a miss. That's the best changeup Giolito's thrown today. That you can't hit that. And it's 2-2.
It's about location. It's about location. That's about 10, 12 miles an hour off of his best fastball today, which is great, but locating it right on the black at the bottom of the zone, very important.
You heard what Jimmy wants Giolito to do right here to Trammell.
I want the punch out right now.
2-2. It is fouled on the third base side. One more pitch, maybe. 6-1 Red Sox in the top of the 7th. It is a packed house at Fenway Park.
Go back to the changeup here. After that elevated fastball, swing and miss on the changeup before, why not go back to it?
Giolito says yes. Infield over to pull. 2-2 is a fastball that missed high. He did check his swing. And it's 3-2. I'm with you, Lenny. That pitch. I mean, Trammell's a light-hitting 7-hole guy, so you get it. Challenge him.
Yeah, you're judging swings, though, you know.
3-2. Here it is. There's the changeup.
That's
it's grounded to the right side. Romy's got it. Throws to first just in time. They got him. Trammell thought he was safe, but
that's it, Gio.
I don't think so. He may come back out for the 8th, but first things first, stretch time at Fenway. 6-1 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi. Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
It's Alex Story. Here's the home of the WEEI. Caleb Ort for the second straight day is on the mound at Fenway Park. 6-1 Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the seventh. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. Here's Connor Wong, who's had himself a day. Drove in his second run of the season with a sac fly into right field. And he started to get it going, which is so important for the Red Sox to give Narvaez time off and have some production. Here's Wong against Caleb Ort as a fastball misses high for ball one.
I mean, even if it's not giving us hits, right? He's putting together really quality at bats, taking pitches outside the strike zone.
What a job the Red Sox did against Framber Valdez. The 1-0 is look out, Jimmy, right above your head. That was up above the glass. We're going to get one of these days. That is a strike, and it's 1-1. Again, they've seen Sanchez, they've seen Wheeler, they've seen Imanaga, they've seen Wu.
Aces.
And they did a great job today. 1-1 to Wong is high. We remember this well. Ort usually back-to-backs not good when he was with the Red Sox. They're going to run him back out there. He was excellent yesterday. 2-1 to Wong. Pitch. Chopper foul outside of third. That was a sweeper for a ball, but Connor couldn't lay off, and it's 2-2.
And that's been the issue, command with him. He's always had the power stuff, upper 90s, getting to 100 miles an hour. Just consistently inside the strike zone has been the key for him when he's successful.
2-2. Wong waits, and Ort throws. Connor chops it softly toward third. Coming in is Correa. He gloves and throws to first in time. Connor runs well, but just ahead of him. One down. The results of our poll from the New England Chevy dealers. Question of the day. I'll ask Jimmy this. Do you love or hate the 11:35 start time?
I don't like it. I think we this year we're probably the only team that started at 11 o'clock or earlier this year. This is our third one.
Here's Refsnyder. Here's a drive down the left field line. And yet they're about to win for the third time starting before noon. So who knows? Breakfast and baseball good for the Sox. But yeah, we're also creatures of routine. Ball players, it's a credit to what the Red Sox have done. That you just throw it out the window and find a way to get it done. 0-1 to Refsnyder, who's singled. He's 1 for 3. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Great sweeper there. And it's 0-2. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox. 6-1 Boston, bottom 7. First wave of the day, the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Ort has looked really good in this series. By the way, 52% are with Jimmy. Hate it. 48% love it.
I like it, but I tell you what, Jimmy.
Lenny, that was not a choice. I said, do you love it or do you hate it?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. But when 11 o'clock games, Jimmy, what time do you have to be here for those games? That's the difference.
6 a.m.
See, I'm not here at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That's why you don't like it. That's why you hate it.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman to bat, the pitch. Strike. I will not ask Jimmy to tell the fans how often I come in much later than everyone.
No, we won't answer that.
You can prep at home just the same. 0-1. 6-1 Red Sox in the bottom of the seventh. Bregman takes a sweeper outside, and it's 1-1. The best teams, the best seasons, the best organizations, it feels like a family. And James, who I call Jimmy, not many do, but he is the embodiment of all of that. Just absolutely one of the people who's the heartbeat of this team. 1-1. To Bregman. Pitch outside. Do you have a preference there? Do you want people to call you James or Jimmy? I should have probably asked you that 7 years ago, but...
No, it's never mattered to me. It doesn't matter. But what you said is 100% true. There's nothing like the Red Sox family, and they've shown that over these tough days and weeks we've had right into our family. So we all appreciate that. The whole Polino family appreciate that.
2-2 to Bregman. People at the highest levels of this organization have shown up for
the
you.
highest levels.
2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No. That's pretty fortunate there for Bregman. He might have gone, but instead it's 3-2. I've felt it. I've lived it, Jimmy. In tough times, they will stand up for you. I do think Bregman checked, actually. 3-2. Wave continues at Fenway. 6-1 Sox. Here's the pitch. Bregman drives one high down the right field line toward the pesky pole, and it is foul, about 20 feet shy of that iconic pole down the right field line. It stays 3-2.
Just another swing to stay alive. Oftentimes you see these three-quarter, half swings. Not as typical bat speed, but it's just basically to get the barrel to the baseball, stay alive, and see another pitch.
Well, Jimmy, the reason that the people with the Red Sox and all of us give back to you is because you've given all of us so very much. It's a two-way street. You are the man.
Well, I love all you guys. That's why I do it.
3-2 to Bregman, the pitch. Swinging a drive. If it's fair, it's
Get out
wide
of
gone.
here.
It is just outside the pole. Wow. He yanked it really about 5 feet outside that Fisk pole, and it stays 3-2.
Now, if you're Caleb Ort, he just drove one foul to right field, really drove one foul to left field. I mean, you got to throw your best pitch right here. I'm assuming it's going to be a sweeper down and away. But he got that ball.
Historically about Ort, he won't tear, and Bregman will hit it out.
Stay hot. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes a ball outside. Really good take there from Bregman. And he's aboard with 2 down, and here comes Roman Anthony. Jimmy, you've watched a lot of young players come onto the scene. Xander Bogaerts, 5 a.m. before a flight to San Francisco. Mookie launches onto the scene. Benintendi, all these guys. This kid right here, Roman Anthony. Now, I know you view the world through Red Sox-colored lenses, but I'm willing to say it for you. This guy, to me, feels like the next true superstar for Red Sox Nation.
Yes, he is. And when you look at him, he has this aura about him that you don't see many. You don't even need to see him step on the field. I always call him a big leaguer or a pro, and you don't say that about many guys, but Roman has it all, and Sox fans for a long time are going to love him here. And like you said earlier, a lot more home runs are coming as well as he gets more comfortable with the ballpark.
There are just too many examples of guys who find power with his profile. He's 21 years old. 1-1 on the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a great change-up from Ort.
And he's a good kid. The way he carries himself outside and certainly on the field and around veterans, and I just think he commands their respect too, which is pretty rare in the game, to come up that young and just step into a clubhouse and be in that role that he does every day.
100% true. 1-2 with Bregman at first. 2 down the pitch. He almost gets hit. It's in the dirt. Bregman will stay put at first. And that got Brian O'Nora. And had it not, Bregman's definitely at second base, but thinking about the crew chief as Dave Herrera, the Red Sox trainer, comes out. and Brian, actually that's Eric Bacchus who waves him off. Impressive. That is O'Nora. No thanks. Right off the leg on a breaking ball.
And another thing about Roman, too, is his plate discipline.
Ooh.
Usually young guys swing a lot, and he takes walks when he has to and just always looks for the best pitch. And I think that's why he's had so much success early at big hits, whether it be here or on the road.
I think about what I was like at 21 years old, and then I talked to him. It's not the same thing.
No, it's such a rare thing to see when a ball player comes on the scene like this and just in a short time do what he's done.
You're right. It's been less than 50 games, and it feels like he's been here for multiple seasons.
2-2 to Roman. Ort throws. Roman takes the ball. And he's always going to do that. A good sweeper. off the plate. Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most. Boneless chicken, 2-liter Coke, avocado snacks, and much more. Lower price tags aisle after aisle. Full details, shaws.com/lower prices. Bregman will be off with this pitch. He goes 3-2. Roman fouls it off.
And again, you're seeing a quality at bat. I don't know exactly how many it is, but he's fouled off some, taken some. He's worked it full.
Got to see the 7th pitch of the at-bat. He does that so regularly. If he were to reach base, Romy Gonzalez would be next. 6-1 Sox. 1 on, 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Roman pops one foul. Third base side. Battling again. And the count stays full.
Your glove ready? We might get one here.
I'm ready.
You ready? All right.
You're predicting one, Lenny, into the booth?
I just feel it. I feel like one might come this way.
I better be ready then. I'll catch it.
I think right-handed hitters are more likely to hit him into this particular booth, but I would love it if Roman just hit a missile right to Jimmy. 3-2. Bregman off once again. They play behind him at first. Alex runs. The pitch is strike 3 called, or dots the outside corner, and the inning is over. After 7, 6-1, Red Sox lead on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lucas Giolito is back on the mound for the 8th inning. Why not? Red Sox rolling along. 6-1 lead.
Yes, why not give him 8 full? This has been a remarkable start out of Lucas today.
He went 7 2/3 back on July 4th against the Nationals. See if he can get past that 8th inning.
A little bit different lineup here today. Excellent stuff. 6-1 the score. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a card that thrills. Nissan's got an exciting full line. Dubon takes a strike on the outside corner. That's the order of the day. That's his 90th pitch, pounding the zone. 0-1.
We started off seeing 90, 91. Then we started to see 93 still consistently there late in the game.
1 strike pitch. That's a little outside. If he goes very quickly in this 8th inning, I don't think it's impossible that he could at least start the 9th inning. They're stretching a little bit near the Red Sox bullpen. 1-1. He closes his eyes. He visualizes to Giolito. He winds the 1-1. Popped up. Look out, Jimmy. Just in front of us. But it'll make the seats. In fact, the netting above it. And it's 1-2.
Come on, we got to get one here.
Come on, get one.
We got to get one here.
A Updated box score brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno and the Mass State Lottery. 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors for the Red Sox. They have left 3. 1-3, 1-3 for the Astros. Here's the 1-2 to Dubon. High fly down the right field line behind first base. Toro with the shades on is there to make the play. Foul out, and Giolito is rolling along, 1 down in the 8th.
Continues to pitch with conviction today, going right after these batters. Using all 3 pitches. We talk about the glove side slider curveball mix. The fastball is playing at 93 because he's locating his secondary pitches.
A 6-run 4th inning for the Red Sox changed everything. Here's Urias. Pitch misses outside, curveball, and it's 1-0. It was an Anthony double, a walk from Romy, a double from Story, a single from Cedon, infield hit from Toro, and they put up 6.
You're missing one.
Here's the 1-0. Strike. Jimmy was the key to the whole deal.
Was the key.
He might be the series MVP when you really think about it. Excited he'll be back greeting everybody tomorrow and thinking about his mom every minute of every day. The 1-1 pitch misses low, a change up, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, she'd be very happy with this going on right now. 6-1 lead here in the 8th inning.
Did she instill in you the passion and love that you have for this team, Jimmy?
Yes, it was really her and her mother.
2-1. High fly to center field. Cedon back onto the warning track in front of the wall. He is so smooth. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down. Go ahead.
I had, well, back then it was Ken Coleman and Joe Castiglione. I had them on as a kid with her mom, and really fell in love with this place. Going over here with my uncles way back then. I think I was younger than both of my kids, and I really have never stopped. And now I'm blessed and fortunate to be able to spend every day here doing what I love. And
Jimmy, we're blessed to have you. Bottom line. That's the reality of this thing as Jeremy Pena takes a strike on the inside corner. 6-1 Red Sox. It is 0-1. 2 down in the 8th. The pitch ripped down the left field line. Foul into the seats down there in front of the monster, and it's 0-2. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Like a Red Sox sweep. Pitch is a little outside. A slider that missed from Giolito. 1-2. What an outing for him, Lenny.
Nice 0-2 effort right there. You know, I thought he might have thrown a changeup inside right there after judging the foul ball off the fastball, but I like it. Going a little east-west right there.
1-2. Pitch in the dirt. I think he knows the finish line is near. He bounced that slider. And it's 2-2. What was it like, Lenny, knowing... I mean, you didn't start a lot of games in the big leagues, but your whole life you were. What's the feeling when you know that the end is near?
Yeah, I mean, you got to continue with each pitch. You start thinking about what's next, and you start to fail in the moment.
2-2. Fouled back.
You know, this series reminds me of that Tampa series at home a couple of weeks. I'm not sure when it was, but when we had the 4-game sweep there, it seems we've done everything there. Here, we pitched, we hit. Our bullpen's been solid. Chapman's been solid. And it just really shows you the evolution of the team that's really come together in the last few weeks.
2-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Change up. He blows him away. And Giolito, awesome today.
As Giolito finishes 8 innings.
With only 1 run, dominant.
Great outing.
Jimmy, you had a great outing, too. Thanks so much for joining us, man. That was awesome.
Incredible.
All right, 6-1 Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Sweet Caroline of the Shaws and Star Market, WEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi. Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
All right, everybody, it's here. The march to spring training and opening day is officially upon us. Hey, I'm Rob Bradford from Baseball Isn't Boring, and we'll have you covered every single day with instant reactions to late-breaking signings, determining which players are, yes, truly in the best shape of their lives, and behind-the-scenes stories from all the excitement and intrigue that spring training brings. Follow Baseball Isn't Boring in the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
On we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Red Sox closing in on a series sweep of the Houston Astros. A little dance music as we go for Romy. I think he probably would appreciate that. My homie would.
We switched it up a little bit.
Whatever. Romy swings and misses.
No, give me a few bars.
No, I'm good. I'm
Come
good.
on.
I've done enough Pete Yorn. People are tired of hearing me sing. You're the musician in this booth.
I wish I could sing.
You can rip it on the guitar, though. 0-1 to Romy. Pitch is outside. In some ways, Romy is like the poster child for what makes this team go. Role player who's turned into something of a fixture and a star at times. Homered yesterday. Today he's walked and scored. 1-1. Hernandez is on for the second straight day out of the Astros bullpen. The pitch to Romy is outside, a slider.
We talk a lot about Romy at the plate and how good he is against lefties, but it's kind of left in the background how good defensively he's been. Made a really good play earlier at second base.
It was super important at the time.
And versatile, too. He could play anywhere.
2-1, fouled off. I mean, if it were a lefty, I'd say he's about to go deep. Because normally this is the time, big lead. He's hunting loud contact. Hernandez with a 6.35 ERA. It'll be Story on deck. And then Cedon in the Herb Chambers batting order. 2-2, fouled. First base side attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving crunch, get it fresh. Hand-breaded sandwiches, tenders, spiced just right here at Fenway Park.
That's 3 foul balls directly back towards the backstop.
It's driving me crazy. Come on, give me one in this booth. 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a ground ball to short to his right. Pena plays a tough hop throw to first, and it is very close, but Romy is retired. Bang, bang over there at first. One down.
It's another thing we haven't talked about. Romy's sleeper speed. He's a burner.
That goes up and down the order. It used to be Duran, but now Cedon flies. Abreu runs well. Romy.
Trevor.
Anthony is more than able to get down the line. Here is, speaking of, Mr. Story. TS10. How satisfying it must be. And Alex Bregman is now on the right shoulder of Alex Cora. The two of them wanted this series bad. The pitch to Trevor is fouled off on the first base side. Not only are they going to win it, Lenny, but in all likelihood they're about to sweep 3 from these Astros. What a set this weekend for Boston.
I mean, the Red Sox have answered back after the trade deadline. If you think about all the noise on social media, everywhere, in all kinds of media, we're just saying, listen, you lost the trade deadline. This team's going to do what they've continually done the past few seasons. But I tell you what better way to quiet the noise than going out there and sweeping a good Houston Astros club?
I think the narrative will be a little different on a Monday morning in Boston. 1-1 to TS10. 6-1 Red Sox in the 8th. Pitch is high. We said it yesterday, Lenny. When he does that, come on, he's locked in.
Yep, taking, that's a pitch back in May. He was swinging through consistently. pitchers recognize that. You can get them up, get them out with fastballs up, sliders down and away. When you take that, they have to come to you.
2-1. Hitters count the pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. He just barely missed that one. Trammell comes in on a slider that Trevor maybe missed the sweet spot by 5 millimeters. He flies out and they're 2 down.
But he's putting the ball in play, not striking out. Nothing happens when you strike out.
It's a great point. He's really made that a point of emphasis. Chris Murphy is up in the Red Sox bullpen. He'll have the 9th inning, which you like to see. Been super valuable for the Red Sox, is Chris. Here's Cedon on base all 3 times. He swings and misses. Fastball top of the zone. And Lenny, this is one of those at-bats where you can afford to be selfish.
I don't mind it.
It's 6-1. Just try to launch.
92 top of the zone. He's trying to hit the national car rental sign again.
I'm all for it. 0-1. 14 homers, 50 driven in. Pitch up and in. Lenny, if this guy hits 20 homers a year and drives in 70, he's one of the 30 most valuable players in the game, given the defense in center field. 1-1. 2 down in the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got a slider way down and outside. And it's 1-2.
You're right. You're talking about his offensive output, how many runs he drives in, but how many does he save by the glove in the outfield, by the wheels, by getting to certain balls that other guys just aren't going to get anywhere near.
Marcelo Meyer got a shot in his wrist. They're hoping that responds, but it doesn't sound that positive for him. 1-2 to Cedon. Pitch. He takes outside. And by the way, I think the injury to Marcelo changed so much for the Red Sox. I think had Marcelo been healthy and they knew they could keep Cedon in the outfield all the time, I think there's a real chance one of the outfielders might have been moved at the deadline, but just too thin with the Meyer injury. Cedon pops one off the end of that into shallow center field. This might dunk in, and it will for a hit. Trammell cannot make the play, and Cedon is on base for the 4th time today for Abraham Toro.
You're right. If Marcelo doesn't go down, there's probably a decent shot that Jarren Duran's no longer part of the Red Sox club. I mean, think about that.
And I think everyone in that clubhouse would tell you how happy they are that he still is here. And they are riding a huge tsunami right now. 6-1 Red Sox, 2 down, 1 on. Here's Toro from his more powerful side, the left side. And a throw to first. I would be surprised, not shocked, if Cedon took off here. 5-run lead. Maybe push the issue. Toro hit. He's 1 for 3. Pitch. Swinging a drive down the right field line, but foul toward the pesky pole. He was all over that fastball. And it's 0-1.
Just got the barrel a little bit too out front on that one, but you're right. He was looking for that pitch in that zone.
He has been incredible. Toro has. 0-1. Pitch. Choppers softly on the left side. Tough play for the Astros. Pena picks, throws to first. Beautifully done in time to get Toro. And the inning is over. However, 3 outs from a series sweep. We go to the top of the 9th. 6-1 Red Sox. Close it down after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
I'm Kristen Press.
And I'm Tobin Heath.
We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of The Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, changemakers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
The Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Chris Murphy is on for the top of the ninth inning. 6-1 Red Sox lead. It'll be Altuve, Sanchez, and Correa in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Alfa Romeo of Boston and Herb Chambers Kia of Burlington. Chris Murphy's been really, really good for the Red Sox. He's got 3 outs to get for a series sweep of the Houston Astros. What a statement it has been this last week. Dodgers, Twins, now Astros, and the Sox surging in the American League East. The Blue Jays are just underway in the second inning, scoreless with the Kansas City Royals as Altuve. One last set of boos for him. Breaking ball in there from Murphy, and that's strike one.
Yeah, talk about a statement. Being able to go out there and not only just win a series, but to sweep a Houston Astros club. You take 2 from the Dodgers.
0-1, a little bit low.
Getting to the playoffs is one thing, but you have to prove that you can go out there and take it to good teams consistently, and they've done that.
Well, and they routed the bad teams. They crushed the Rockies and the Nationals. 10-game streak into the break. 1-1, Murphy with Bregman way in at third. Throws, and Altuve pops one foul of third. Bregman's got a beat on it. Behind the coach's box. He's there on the track, 1 away.
Murphy continuing with where Giolito left off, getting strike one, pounding the strike zone, going right after these hitters. He's been really good at home. 6 games, .96 ERA, 147 batting average against.
So now 1 down for Cooper Hummel, who will pinch hit here for Correa. No, who's on deck? Correa is. Who's on deck, brought to you by AZEC and TimberTech. By the way, Cooper Hummel takes a curveball for strike 1.
In today's day and age, if you're a lefty or righty, it's very important to be able to go out there and be effective against lefties and righties alike.
Wilson is, and so too Murphy. Strike 2 with a fastball in the outside corner, 0-2. 6-1 Red Sox in the top of the ninth inning. Murphy's ready. He throws. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. He gone. Strike him out swinging, and the Red Sox are an out away from a sweep. Chris Murphy's really emerging as an excellent weapon out of the Red Sox bullpen. And here now, one final time, you hope, is Carlos Correa. 2 down, bases empty. Murphy's ready. He throws. Correa takes a ball. Slider. And it is 1-0. Murphy at the letters. He throws. Correa takes another one. Fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
He's getting rid of that baseball. Oftentimes, you feel like, okay, mental adjustment, physical adjustment. You hit that reset button, and part of that is, let me just get rid of this ball. That one didn't work for the first 2 pitches. Let me get a brand new one.
2-0 the pitch. Swing and a foul. 95. Murphy back from injury, the long and winding road he's been on. He's been throwing harder and better in his return.
That's the goal, especially when you come back from a thing like Tommy John. When you're rehabbing that, you're not only just rehabbing your shoulder, your elbow, all parts of your body, your core, your legs.
2-1 is ripped to third on one hop. Bregman bobbles it. He picks it up with a bare hand. Spins, throws to first, picked out by Toro. And the Red Sox have swept the Houston Astros. Fittingly, Bregman right in the middle of all of it. 6-1 the final today. Giolito, excellent. They battled against one of the great pitchers in baseball, Framber Valdez. The Red Sox surging. They've won 7 of 8, and for the first time in 12 years, they sweep the Houston Astros, culminating with a 6-1 win here today at Fenway Park.
It took them 4 innings to get on the board, but it started with that first at-bat of the game, applying pressure, putting together long at-bats, making him work from the get-go, and it finally paid off.
What focus by Bregman to get that play done, and fittingly, a guy he stood next to so many times, didn't run hard out of the box at all, and Bregman, in some ways, kind of the opposite of what Correa has been the last couple of years. What an exclamation point here today.
And that was a great second wind on that play. He bobbled it a little bit, but knew he had enough time to pick it up and finish that play.
And the truth of the matter is, in a lot of ways, this win, this series, this month for Elizabeth Polino. The Red Sox beat the Astros 6-1, the final score. Back with the Nissan postgame show right after this on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Hello, it's Lena Dunham. I host a podcast called The C Word with my dearest friend and historian of bad behavior, Alyssa Bennett.
What is up?
It's a chat show about women whose society is called crazy.
We're going to be rediscovering the stories of women's society dismissed by calling them mad, sad, or just plain bad.
Listen to and follow The C Word with Lena Dunham and Alyssa Bennett. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
What a win, what a series, what a sweep for the Red Sox. 6-1 the final score. They blow away the Houston Astros, and now the Red Sox 11 games over 500. No matter what happens, they'll be in second place in the American League East. With a Blue Jays loss, they could be within 3 of the Jays, which would be a remarkable thing. They will not lose ground. They're going to be ahead of the New York Yankees, which is always a beautiful thing. The Yankees will be in Miami finishing their series, and in fact, they are underway, and at the top of the second, Yankees lead the Fish 1-0. You're listening to the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at NissanUSA.com today. Those are some of the highlights of the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Red Sox didn't strike out many hitters today, but that wasn't the order of the day. Giolito fanned 4, Murphy 1, 5 strikeouts. And that means $50 each time, $250 to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer, thanks to the Arbella Insurance Foundation. Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo, as we kick off the Nissan postgame show. We'll check in with the Red Sox clubhouse in a moment. But Lenny, it's hard to overstate what's happening here. I mean, it's a resilient club. They've got major mojo going right now. They welcome the Kansas City Royals, another team that's sort of on the fringes of the playoff race. But when you're talking about a team that has the best record in the game since July 1, a 10-game winning streak, now 7 of 8. They battled through the gauntlet of the Phillies, the Cubs, the Dodgers. This thing is absolutely rolling, and I think everybody in New England is going to wake up on a Monday morning with a very good feeling about this team.
Yeah, they have a ton of momentum right now. And I've said this before, when the Red Sox are losing and they're losing consistently, it's not the opponent that's actually going out there and taking ball games. It's them beating themselves. It's either the starters weren't going deep. It's the offense striking out far too often in certain key spots when runners in scoring position. It's the defense not being able to pick the ball up and throw it. And all of those things that I just mentioned, they're firing on all cylinders. Everything is going right for this Red Sox club. And when one of those doesn't, the other 2 or 3 picks them up, whether it's the bullpen or the offense. They struck out 5 times today. How huge is that?
As we've said, there's still 49 games to go after this one today. So nobody's taking any laps. It's a long way from over. But I think locally and certainly nationally, there have been a lot of things said and written that acted almost like obituaries for the Boston Red Sox season after the trade deadline and what they didn't do. And comparing the Red Sox to the Houston Astros and other franchises who made these so-called bold moves out of the deadline. Well, Lenny, what if there's enough in that room? What if there's enough here right now? Because on the field, the Red Sox are proving all the naysayers wrong, and they deserve a moment. They will not do this because of Bregman and Cora and young guys who have a lot of hunger right now, but they deserve to step back and say what they've done here these last couple weeks really is a remarkable thing.
Well, if it's one thing this Red Sox clubhouse has, it's confidence in themselves. They realize that what they have right now is enough to go out there and compete at a high level against quality clubs. They've proven that against the Dodgers, against the Houston Astros here. They went out and they got 2 pitchers, a back-end starter and a reliever. Both these guys are just going to provide depth for this club, but at the end of the day, they're not worried about what the Red Sox didn't do. They're focused on what they're winning ball games with the young, with the old, the veterans, the rookies. They need to keep with that trend and continue to win ball games that way.
They're doing it, and a large reason they won today. Joins us in the Red Sox clubhouse, Lucas Giolito, who was just absolutely awesome, gets his 8th win. A sweep of the Astros, Lucas. We were just talking about it. There's a real feeling of belief in that room and what you guys have going. So fun to be a part of, so fun to watch. How was it today on the mound and to be a part of this thing that's rolling in the right direction?
Felt good, yeah. Another early start. First couple innings took me a little bit to find my bearings. I was a little out of it. Kind of velo was down. Location wasn't great, but we were able to get away with that. Big part to our defense, especially Alex at third today was just fantastic. But as the game went on, just fell into a nice rhythm, and Connor was fantastic back behind the dish, pushing all the right buttons. So, yeah, overall, really good series for us.
Lucas, since June 10th, you have 10 games, all of which you've gone into the 6th inning except for 1. You're getting deep into these games. Prior to that, you've had 7 where it was kind of up and down. Every other game seems like you throw a gem and then you'd have a battle day. Coming off injury, can you talk about what you did not only physically but mentally to get back to where you are right now to make that adjustment?
It was really committing to the mechanical adjustments. When I first came back off the IL and after missing a year, I was super out of whack, especially with my arm slot, how I was delivering the baseball. So we fixed that, we cleaned that up. I really committed to that. That's credit to our pitching coaches and the biomechanics people, all the people that are working for us. And then once we kind of got that rhythm, got locked in there, then it was much easier to make mid-game adjustments, much easier to navigate through lineups and execute pitches.
Lucas, you've been so good lately for this team. So fun to watch you pitch. I wasn't going to bring this up, but once you said the morning start kind of had you off, I remember, I'm sure you do too, with Chicago, you come in here on Patriots Day, that early start here, you were a little rattled early. Yep. What is it about morning starts that takes you sort of a little while to get the thing into 5th gear? And talk about the routine that is required to pitch at the highest level in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a night owl ever since I was a little kid. I remember in high school, just staying up until 3 in the morning and then having to wake up, go to school. For the morning games, it's super important to adjust that routine. You mentioned that Patriots Day start when I was a White Sox, and I got hit around bad. And that I just didn't prepare well. I was still sticking to my late night sleep schedule, and I just didn't come into that game prepared. The Red Sox made me pay. Whereas this year I've had 2 of those where, I learned from past mistakes and made sure that, I was adjusting my routine with the days leading up.
Lucas, when you're pitching a gym like today and you're facing a guy like Framber Valdez and it's close throughout the first 4 innings and your offense goes out and gives you 6, can you talk about the shift in mentality, if there is one? What are you thinking out there? Are you trying to get them back on the bench as fast as possible, or are you just sticking to the normal plan?
It was incredible for them to come out and have the big inning like that, especially it was coming right off the inning I gave up that homer to Correa, which kind of tilts the momentum in their favor. Even though it's only a 1-run lead, it was kind of 0-0 going in, and then I give up that big homer. The offense completely coming in, locking down, answering back big time. It just shifts, like you said, it shifts the momentum completely. So for me, going out after that inning, it was all about attacking the zone. It was all about executing as well as I could in the zone, getting some weak contact, getting quick outs, and then we were able to have that shutdown inning and then just keep going from there.
Well, Lucas, it's been a delight to watch you pitch. We've talked a lot about how fun it is to watch Trevor kind of rediscover himself when healthy, and the same applies to you. And I've told you this before, but, end of last year, you see my boys in the dugout. You give my oldest your hat, and you spent time with him. You are the easiest guy in the world to root for, and it's so fun to watch you thrive like this, and we really appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Of course. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Lucas Giolito. And Lenny, at the risk of sounding like a hopeless homer, this team has something going on. They just do. And there's so many guys that are easy to root for, including the guy we just talked to, Lucas, and Trevor Story. Alex Bregman has just been a through-the-fire leader. He's been incredible. You just go up and down the lineup, and you can't think of any guys that are hard to pull for. And they like each other. They get along. They clearly channel that into the games that they play. I mean, there's something about this group. Like, it did not happen the previous seasons where you fall behind, you're facing an ace, whatever the case might be. You've been on teams like this where you just don't worry about stuff like that. There's just a belief that it will turn around, and so often with this group it does.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to root for clubs that play the game the right way. And they're out there having fun. They've obviously gelled in the clubhouse. It's a classic example of what Correa did right there, not getting out of the box right away. I do not see any Red Sox hitter up and down that lineup ever doing that. And that starts with Alex Cora. This isn't the type of team that he puts together. He wouldn't put up with it. So it's about playing hard baseball. It's about having fun doing it, and it's translating into W's as we speak. And what we've seen today is a prime example.
Lenny, we talked about the lineup, and then you followed up with something which I think is so important and true. Like, the way that he bolted out of the dugout yesterday was awesome. I mean, I think they're all just in this thing together. And for team sports, that's the most important thing. They're so aligned, and I think it's going to be a really fun last couple months.
Absolutely. This team is going to go where he leads them. And whether it's into a win or whether it's into a brawl, these guys have his back and forth. And you know what? Hey, he's young enough. He could probably throw some fisticuffs.
Were you ever in a good baseball fight?
I mean, I've never actually thrown a punch or anything like that. When I was a bullpen guy, we know what happens, right?
You run out.
They run out. They're about 5 minutes late, and they're talking about where we're going to dinner after the game, right? But no, I've never been in a huge brawl. I've been on teams where we've had brawls, but by the time I get there, I'm a day late.
That's all right. I'd like you on my side, for the record, for whatever that's worth. That was fun. The Red Sox sweep the Astros 6-1 the final today. We will keep you updated on the scores as we go on, but we will conclude the Nissan postgame show when we continue, including the play of the game and much more after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi. Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey guys, Fly on the Wall is back for another season. That's right, on audio and video every Monday and Thursday.
Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 8/4/25.
Hey, it's Joe. Did you hear Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most, like boneless chicken breast, 2-liter Coca-Cola, fresh avocado, snacks, cereal, and much more, all at lower prices. Find new lower price tags aisle after aisle and save on your grocery essentials. Want more value and savings? Shop the new lower prices and deals at Shaw's and Star Market today. See full savings claim details at shaws.com/lower prices or starmarket.com/lower prices. Shaw's and Star Market. Go shopping. Get rewarded.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here we go. 2 on, none out. Trevor swings and lines one into right field. That's a base hit. Anthony's going to be waved home. No throw. Tie game. Elizabeth Paulino. That's for you. And the Red Sox level the game at 1. Well, for James, for Elizabeth, that was a really cool moment. And it was a really cool moment as well for Red Sox Nation as the Red Sox just find it rolling. I hope that our fan base could hear the emotion in the guy I call Jimmy's voice, because it's what this thing is all about. It really is. And, you know, you heard him talk about how the Red Sox have supported him through this, and Fenway has not felt the same without him. And I think that that applies to what's going on right now in the Red Sox clubhouse. And that is, there's just a lot of belief and community and unity and all these things that make the best baseball teams the very best. And Lenny, not to be a broken record, but there's just something different about this group right now.
Yeah, I mean, playing baseball is one thing, and if you're streaky, and Red Sox clubs, baseball clubs can be, but the foundation is built on how they are in the clubhouse, how well teams gel together, because there's a lot of adversity. There's a lot of times you're going to fail. When you can rely on a veteran or a rookie to sit and talk about what you're doing right or wrong is key to going out there and dig yourself out of the hole. And I feel like they have that in spades in this clubhouse.
By the way, that was the McFarland Energy play of the game. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, the Red Sox will be very interested in what happens after dawn as the Yankees and the Blue Jays are both in action. Toronto leads Kansas City 1-0. That's in Toronto in the bottom of the third inning. We'll have the Royals here tomorrow. The Yankees, by the way, Yeah, they've just given up 3 runs in the bottom of the second inning.
Hate to see it.
You really do. They trail the Marlins 3-1. They could get swept by the Miami Marlins in a lot of different ways. And if that happens, the Red Sox will have a 1.5 game lead over the New York Yankees. That is just absolutely remarkable. Nissan has got a exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. But Lenny, this run and the fall of the Yankees have totally coincided.
I mean, they're kind of in a free fall right now. They're missing Aaron Judge, and you see some of these mistakes that they're making, whether it's defensively. You see Jazz Chisholm at first base. What is he doing on a pop fly
base
to
running
second base? And he gets that far off the bag and just stands there unathletically, and he's doubled up. You just can't let that happen. It's the little things like that that can sink ball clubs.
They were in the World Series last year, Lenny. And again, there's still 49 games to go. The Yankees can do a lot of different things. They're going to get Heel back. They got Rodon. They got Schlittler. They have a Fried. They've got a really impressive rotation. There's nothing that says that the Yankees cannot rebound and surge and push the Red Sox. That's not really the point. But what's amazing is that I have felt for now several years that they are so dependent on Aaron Judge. And they had Soto last year, but they have been great because of the greatness of Aaron Judge. And it's amazing. You take that one piece out, they're trying to find their new identity, don't you think?
Yeah, so you're saying it helps you be a winning club if you have arguably the first or second best baseball player in the world on any given time.
That's what our fans tune in for, the true insights.
But it makes total sense that now that he's out for a spell, that this club is kind of feeling lost, because he's a leader on the club, in the clubhouse, and on the field. The numbers speak for themselves, and when you have a gap that wide when he's not there, you're starting to see what happens at that point.
There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Unbelievable. The Red Sox sweep the Houston Astros. All the anger and animosity out of the trade deadline. I think that'll flip beginning tomorrow morning. The Red Sox have something going, and they'll continue it tomorrow night. The Kansas City Royals are going to be in town. It's a 7:10 first pitch, which means you can tune into the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show beginning at 6:10. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And we'll see if the Red Sox can just keep it rolling and make it 8 out of 9 wins. Sox 62-51, 11 games over 500. That was fun, Lenny. We'll see you, in a couple